Yesterday, C.J. Stroud threw for just 188 yards and a pick while getting sacked 3 times. Up next for the Texans, the 1-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers next Monday night. One game left on the slate for Week 1. NFL, the Vikings take on the Bears. Monday Night Football tonight. You catch that game in your home for NFL. San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6 o'clock with the pregame show.
SportsCenter brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, and it's one of those Mondays I don't mind because what a weekend of football we had in the NFL. The cherry on top came last night.
Man.
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And I tell you what, yesterday was a rainy day. I did nothing but watch football, and it was fantastic.
We all needed the rain. Not that, let's face it, all of us had plans of being somewhere and watching TV from at the very least noon, if not 10 or 11, until 11 o'clock last night. Now, if you went to bed early last night because you figured Baltimore had that thing won, I can't say that I blame you.
No, I almost did.
But that's why you don't leave a game early.
You don't.
And I will credit the Morning Huddle boys, both on our group text almost immediately. Now, one's a Bills fan, so I get that. The fact that Rob Thompson was still awake might have been the biggest surprise, right? That might have been the biggest surprise that Rob made it to the end of that game, because if you had turned it off, I get it. But that's why you never turn off a game. The first Sunday of NFL football, and the fact that the Cowboys played on Thursday made it easy to just watch everybody, which was a lot of fun, flipping around from game to game, watching a little of this and a little of that if you have that ability, which both Joe and I do.
Yes, we do.
It was great. If you're a Houston Texan fan, what the?
Whoa.
Dude, you hold the Rams to 14 points and lose. All this talk, James Pledger, about your great offensive coordinator and how excited you were, and that Slowick guy that couldn't get out of his own way that you were so. What was that?
I tell you what, the offensive line obviously is not it's not fixed. But look, the Rams have a hell of a defensive line. They have a hell of a defense, and we knew that was going to be an ugly game. We gave you the easiest bet you could make was to take the under in that football game.
Yes.
And it wasn't even close. I did. I hope everybody else did. But I'm just saying it was two good defenses going head to head, and Matthew Stafford makes the difference. The veteran makes the difference in that ball game. But again, C.J. Stroud, it's got to be frustrating for that guy to go out there and have to run for his life constantly.
But he knew what he was getting into, and I really thought he would be better. Just receivers, I thought Chubb looked pretty well. Just all of it. I mean, if you're a Houston Texans fan, all that crap you've been talking, hide.
Wow.
The defense is legit good. Offensively, I thought they would be far better than what they put on display. I don't care how good the Rams defense is. If you're going to talk noise and say you've got a chance to be legit, you can't do that. And that was bad.
Well, that makes Pledge feel better. Bobby Slowick's now with the Dolphins, and he sucked yesterday. So,
and again, that's typical Texan fan. Look over here. Yeah, you want to know how bad that guy was? You remember at one point, though, he was going to be the next head coach. There was some disappointment that he didn't become the head coach. What happened to the Dolphins?
Oh, my gosh. That dude's not going to make it 5 games, their head coach.
McDaniel?
Yeah, he's not going to make 5 games.
The fact that this guy, it was a pick 'em. I thought the Dolphins, because of my, lack of faith in Daniel Jones.
Well, give Danny Dimes some credit. He looked pretty good yesterday.
He looked great. I expected so much more from Miami offensively. That might have been one of the bigger surprises of, I can't believe I just saw that, of the games yesterday. Falcons-Bucks was a great game.
Yes, it was.
Surprisingly, the Saints looked legit.
They hung in there. The Titans hung in with Denver for a long time.
They did. Cam Ward, it's okay to throw the ball away. Taking sacks to knock you out of field goal range, that's bad. But they had a chance. They certainly had a chance. One of your favorite players on planet Earth, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, leads the Pittsburgh Steelers to a win over the New York Jets.
That was a hell of a game. Justin Fields looked good. Give him some credit.
He did.
He really did. That was a hell of a football game, and up until last night, might have been the best game of the day, the Jets and the Steelers. But last night, dude, you talk about great quarterback play. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, I mean, they're just two of the best, without a doubt. But Josh Allen's got to get a tip of the hat because Lamar Jackson's got a better roster.
Yes.
Josh Allen put the Bills on his back in that fourth quarter. He threw for over 250 yards in the quarter. Unbelievable performance.
He damn near matched Derrick Henry's rushing yards in a quarter, which Derrick Henry. Now, if you have Derrick Henry on your fantasy team, you are very happy. And then he had the late fumble. And that was the turning point for the Buffalo Bills because you're right. The Ravens have a far better roster.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback is 1A, 1B. But for Josh Allen to get that opportunity, and again, you could say lucky as hell, you catch, breaks, tip, pass, touchdown. You put that in line with DeAndre Hopkins in a one-handed grab for a touchdown with the dude draping all over you. I mean, just everything goes your way. And the amount of missed kicks that we saw in that game and throughout the NFL.
Gosh.
Wow.
Kickers deserve to be scrutinized today, a lot of them, except for the old man, Prater, last night for the Bills coming in and kicking the game winner.
Yeah.
Did you see the story on that guy? That some of the Bills players thought he was just a coach. Some old man walking around the facility, and they find out he's their kicker.
Yeah, they have no idea. And again, why would he? He took a red eye. He's been training at a high school in Arizona. And he's not their guy. All right, I got a leg for hire. Shows up. Josh Allen said that, I haven't met the guy, and he's showing me film of his son who's playing quarterback, and we're talking about that. And, Prater doesn't know any non-star player's name on that team, and why would he just go out there and kick?
And he did, and he nailed it. Now, it was a chip shot field goal,
sure.
But still, to go out there and make it, and you haven't been a part of that team. Here begs the question on that, and I just want to start this, and I know there's going to be some Raven fans probably mad at me, but John Harbaugh now has blown 17 second-half double-digit leads, most of any coach since 1999. 17 second-half double-digit leads. That's a lot.
Well, I mean, it helps when you are employed for that long by the same team. But when you think about, you go back to 1991 and you think about the number of blown double-digit leads, that's incredible. Teams that were scoring more than 40 points with over 235 rushing yards in a game were 277-0, including the playoffs until last night. Now they're 277-1.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Woo.
So it just begs the question, if the Ravens fall short again, I mean, do you replace John Harbaugh? I mean, think about it. It's just week one, and we'll see what happens. And I still believe the Ravens probably have the best roster from top to bottom in the AFC. But, I mean, it's something to think about.
Do you blame the coach?
Well, no.
And again, he didn't drop the ball.
He didn't fumble it.
He didn't fumble it. He didn't miss a tackle. But it is on his resume. And part of that is longevity. At some point, you've got to win those games at some point, and he's won a lot of games like that. They've had a number of comebacks, but that game was over. I mean, that game was legitimately over to the point that one of those professional gambling types, he had Ravens +1, $200,000. And when the score was 27-13, he took a picture of his ticket from Circa Las Vegas, posted it, adding some of the bigwigs at Circa about, I'll give you a discount if you just pay me this early. And obviously that tweet did not age well.
Dude, he screwed it up. Everybody ought to be blaming that guy.
Yeah.
It's a unwritten gambling rule that you don't celebrate too early, and he did. That's that old Kenny Rogers thing, right? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Not many are going to pull out a Kenny Rogers reference.
Well, there you go. You're welcome.
For those of you who have no idea what he's talking about, it's not the old Texas Rangers pitcher. You Google it.
Yeah.
And then check out Islands in the Stream while you're at it.
He's an old country guy. Kenny Rogers.
Uh-huh. Speaking of Circa, we go out there every year for their big ultimate contest weekend. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor. It's a lot of fun. What's crazy, there are 18,718 Circa Survivor entries.
Wow.
Right? For Sunday, only 518 were eliminated. That's 2.8%.
That's not a lot.
Last year after week one, thanks to the Bengals, 39% of the field was eliminated in week one. So there are a lot of people moving forward. Now you got 55 with Chicago tonight and 19 with Minnesota. But what I don't understand is they said 24 people did not make a pick. How do you spend $1,000 to enter a contest and not play week one? So you're automatically eliminated. You're done.
That's just dumb. I mean, you might as well just light $1,000 on fire and go about your business. That's just dumb.
I just hope none of those 24 were out there representing San Antonio Sports Star.
No, not either.
I hope
Although
that our listeners are smarter than that.
That might make it a little easier for us to continue going out there. It's like, hey, bring those sports guys out. The people listening to them aren't very smart.
No, but they got money to burn.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's just Joe.
Well, yeah. I didn't enter that particular contest, so and if I would have played. I don't know who I would have taken in that thing. By the way, have you guys looked at the SA Sports Star Pro Football Pick'em contest?
Talk about celebrating too soon, Mr.
I'm
Rogers.
just saying. No, those 14 wins are already in the books.
Yeah, but you still got one tonight. You're tied for first right now.
I got Minnesota tonight. So we'll see what happens.
There's somebody else that also has 14 wins.
That's all right.
You're not eligible for the Mellow Mushroom gift card.
It's all about pride. When I going up against all these folks that are either listening in their car or however you're listening or on YouTube, doesn't matter.
I didn't do as well. I've got 9 wins so far.
I just want to be on the top of the pile.
However, in our prime picks, who won the week?
I think you did. Did you not? 6-4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pledge and I were 5-5.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's early.
It's okay. You had Oklahoma, and you're going to be karma's going to catch up to you for picking Oklahoma.
Well, look. I told you I like their quarterback, John Mateer. Liked him at Washington State. I'm trying to remember who all we had in that one. I can't remember who else, because there was another one that I think I was the only one that took.
Well, I took the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
And they should have.
Because you hate Aaron Rodgers.
I still hate him.
Yeah.
He is a donkey deluxe.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one pledge. You just set this over in yeah. Josh Allen comeback, then losing. Yeah. Yeah, that cost me too on underdog because I had him higher than 35.5 rushing yards, and he was up to 38, and those knees at the end. That cost me a couple bucks.
Wow.
It's okay. That's okay.
Wow.
That's all right.
That was one hell of a football game, I'll tell you that. Even before the comeback. I mean, just, both teams up and down the field doing what they do, and it was a great football game to top off a great Sunday. It really was.
Yeah, it really was. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, appreciate that. Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. What did you guys find as the best game? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, please do. It's going to be hard to top that Bills-Ravens game. But Jets-Steelers, you can make a case for that. It was one hell of a football game as well. Although Aaron Glenn The Jets, when they go up, what was it, 25-16 or whatever the hell it was, I'm thinking, they'll never come back against Glenn's defense.
Uh-huh.
Next thing I know, it's 31-25. I'm going, what the hell?
Well, look, you talk about Glenn's old defense. What happened to Detroit and their offense?
Well, according to Jim Nance and Tony Romo, it's all Micah Parsons.
Let's
I
talk
thought
about
Nance was
that.
going to have an orgasm in the booth.
Well, what makes you think he didn't?
Well, he might have 2 or 3. I think he was smoking a cigarette in there. Lots of football to talk about. The Cowboys still in the news. Shotty with the presser today. We'll hear from him. Stephen Jones talking today as well. But a lot of football to talk about, and we invite you to get in on the conversation. 210-656-3776, 656-ESPN. On YouTube, it's San Antonio Sports Star. On Twitter, it's at Jason Minix. I'm at Joe Reinagel 210. The Blitz continues on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a business manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. You need your logo on a nice golf shirt, a fishing shirt. How about a Tommy Bahama shirt? Sam will get you taken care of. Yep, he now carries Tommy Bahama. Get your Tommy Bahama with your company or whatever group logo on there. It's going to look fantastic. He's got all the big name brands. Along with Tommy Bahama, you can get North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Under Armour, Port Authority, to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. If you need T-shirts, screen printed, go see Sam. If you need caps, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Cap America, to name a few. Nobody has better prices, and Sammy is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. No order too big, no order too small. So call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, about a mile inside Loop 410, right there across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the New York Giants at home. Pre-game at 11.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim B.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The UTSA football program turns 15 years old. Join us for our 15th season celebration as the Roadrunners play host to UIW in the Hometown Showdown this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/ticket.
ZipRecruiter. .com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a mellow Monday, after week one of the NFL debut, I guess you could say, which was really good, by the way. I mean, my goodness. A lot of good games yesterday, not too many bad ones. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. I thoroughly enjoyed yesterday. I will say that.
All football is good football, even some of the bad games. The fact that we were watching football. I know Saturday had a great time at the UTSA game, despite the result. Jeff Traylor will join us coming up at 4:30. By the time we got home, because post-game at Alibis can be a lot of fun too. So yesterday morning, we got up fairly early and went and found my wife's car and got breakfast, and then I fired up the grill and we did grazing all day. It was nasty, pouring down rain.
Terrible weather, yeah.
Which is perfect.
Was absolutely perfect.
To not have to go anywhere. And just graze all day. And that's what we did because the football was incredible. I had the quad box on one TV, was flipping around on the main TV, watching a little bit of everything because you get that kind of advantage, if you will, when the Cowboys don't play on Sunday or they're in a prime window, which they normally are. Of course, the Cowboys played Thursday night, so yesterday was one of those days you could watch a little bit of everything.
Yep.
And you know what? You're not alone. Brian Schottenheimer did the same thing. He watched a little bit of everything yesterday because he could, including some of the Green Bay game, which I thought was kind of interesting. But because they're going to play them, but overall, I'm sure he also watched a lot of the Giants game, and the one thing that jumps out is bad quarterback play. Although Brian Daboll did announce already that Russell Wilson will be the quarterback, at least to start the game Sunday against Dallas. But Shotty, his attention was on that Giants front.
It's a humbling business, man. They know that. They each week has its own challenges, Todd, and this is an incredible front coming in here. They've obviously added, Abdul Carter, high draft pick, good player, but with, Dexter inside and Burns and Thibodeau and, I'm a big Bobby Okereke fan. I think he's a hell of a football player. And but I was proud of the guys last game. Again, wasn't perfect, but we played physical. That was the big thing that jumped off the film, even watching again with the players this morning, was how physical this football team played. And I think if we play as physical as we did the other night, we play with the discipline that we had the other night, then I think we'll feel good going into most weeks that we'll find a way to get a victory.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see because, look, the Giants kind of look like the Giants. They just don't have many weapons to deal with offensively. I think, yes, their defensive line is going to give the Cowboys' offensive line a test. There's no doubt. But other than that, I just don't know how many points they can put on the board. And Russell Wilson was just awful yesterday. I mean, he really was. Granted, I didn't see the entire game, but the guy I think he's pretty much done. I really do. I get it, they don't want to put Jackson Dart in yet, but at some point in time, you got to flip that switch and see what you've got there.
It's interesting because obviously Schottenheimer knows Russell Wilson really well. He was the OC in Seattle when they were going to the Super Bowls. That's not the same guy. And if you're Brian Daboll, at what point are you coaching selfishly for your job? Because right now you're hanging your career on Russell Wilson. Now, the organization took Jackson Dart. They brought in Russell Wilson not knowing what quarterback they were going to get in the draft. And they still have a Jameis Winston. Does Russell Wilson give them the best chance to win? That's the million-dollar question, and at least going into the next week, that's what Brian Daboll says on Monday.
That's what he thinks anyway.
Yeah.
He thinks that's the case. Look, if you're not ready to start Jackson Dart, I get that. But why not give Winston a chance? I mean, look, Russell Wilson has been cooked for a while, I think. I really do. And you bring him in thinking, all right, maybe, that will give the Giants a chance. And maybe Daboll wants to see one more game and see what it's like. But, boy, I tell you what, I don't think it gives them the best chance to win, but I still think they've got a lot of work to do, period, all the way around. It's not just Russell Wilson. But you've got Jackson Dart, who played great in the preseason. Mm-hmm. It's a different ball game in the regular season, yes. But, I mean, at some point in time, you're going to have to put the kid in and see what you got.
Well, and again, you look at the Giants, their defense is legit good. And what little of that game I did watch yesterday, they had Jaden Daniels frustrated. They did. And so you think about this week's game from a Cowboys offensive perspective. The fact that Cowboys offense looked good against the Eagles, who have a great defense. Granted, that was an Eagles defense that was out without Jalen Carter because,
that's true.
Pregame spit. How much impact does that one guy have? Clearly, I mean, Dak talked about it after the game. I mean, we changed a lot of stuff. You look at this defense, Dak Prescott's going to have to use his legs, and Shotty talked about some of that today.
Well, number one, he looks great. Physically he looks great, but pass protections it incorporates everybody. It incorporates the receivers getting open. It incorporates him making good decisions. It's obviously the pass protection unit as a whole. It's the running back, so it's really not just one thing. But that's a very, very good front that we played, and they've got the ability to affect passers, and I think for the most part we did a really, really good job of going through our progressions, getting the ball out of our hand. But when he had to move, he moved, and he moved well.
He did. Look, Dak looked good in week 1. He did. It moved around well. They played well enough to win, and quite frankly, should have won that game.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have. Some C.D. Lamb drop passes and a Miles Sanders fumble were the difference in that thing. So the Cowboys played well. They have a lot of confidence moving forward, I would assume, and they should get a W against the Giants this week.
And I wonder, one of the things that I'm really liking about Brian Schottenheimer is his openness, seemingly honesty in his press conferences. And we talked, it's one thing to win in the offseason, but now that we're in season, would he be a little bit more closer to the vest? And that's clearly not the answer. I mean, he was asked about getting only 4 targets for George Pickens.
Each week's going to be different. Garrett, I mean, George is an incredible player. They did cloud to him quite a bit, but each week's going to be different, and you never go in and say, okay, hey, well, you get 13 or 14 this week, and you get 4. Like, we never do that. Really, the ball kind of goes, certain spots. Looking back at the film, even watching with Dak a little bit ago, there was 1 or 2 potential possibilities where the ball should have gone to George. And the cool thing about George is, like I said, he was so into the game. Like he affects the game in a good way. And I never felt one time like he was pressing, which is a great thing.
Pressing?
No, that's 1 week with George Pickens. We know his history in Pittsburgh. But you think about the honesty that you get from a Schottenheimer. I want to go back to after the game when Mazi Smith was inactive, which, man, you're a first-round pick. It's week 1, and you're inactive.
No injuries either.
Yeah, no injuries. You're a healthy scratch.
Yep.
This is what Shanti said about Mazi being inactive after the game.
Yeah, I've talked about Mazi. Had a great conversation with Mazi just about the consistency. Mazi is going to play a lot of really good football. He's not even began to reach his peak, but the consistency has not been there, and therefore, if your philosophy is compete every day, then that's what you have to do, make those decisions.
He just hasn't been consistent. And I'm not. I think he has been consistently bad.
That is true. Well, today, Schottenheimer, and again, they had the weekend off. Schottenheimer hadn't talked in a while. Mazi Smith might have been the surprise inactive, but so was rookie Jaden Blue. And, Jaden dealt with some injuries during training camp, so I think a lot of people wondered if he were healthy enough. According to Shotty today, no, it's about consistency.
You kind of answered your own question there, Tommy, because it is consistency. At the end of the day, young players, it hits at different times, and I'll talk about, Jaden. He's extremely talented. I mean, he really is talented, but there's a way you have to perform, especially with a mantra of compete every day. I mean, if you're not putting it out there and you're not doing right every day, and if you take a step back on a Thursday, maybe you did great on Wednesday and on Thursday, I'm not saying he did.
Well, clearly.
But that's going to get noticed. And this was an incredibly talented roster, and you have to earn your chance to get out there. It's not because I was the first overall pick of the draft or whatever it is. Like, there's got to be a consistency. And I will speak to a guy like Tyler Booker. He's not been perfect. He didn't play perfect, but Tyler Booker has been very, very consistent. You know each and every day what you're going to get from Tyler Booker. And I think some of the young guys that were inactive, we've had those hard conversations with them. They understand where they need to go, and I have no question that they will respond to that. Will that be this week? I don't know. We'll see. But the cool thing for them is they can determine that. And they might have a great week of practice, but because of numbers, they could be still inactive, or they could have a average week, and we end up needing them to step up because of different things that happen. But consistency is clearly the thing that we're always looking for with young players.
I will tell you this. I'm a big fan of how Schottenheimer is running things. The best players are going to play, and the guys that he feels are going to give him the best chance to win. And he clearly thought Jaden Blue and Mozzie Smith were not those guys this week.
And you wonder about those off-season reports about the work ethic of what in Jaden Blue, which were kind of debunked because it was some old scout that worked, I think, with Dave Campo, what he was hearing in the building. And then you hear that. If you're not going to show up and put in the work every day during the practice week, you're not going to play in the game. And we saw that, and you heard that. That's quite the indictment on both of those players. Mozzie Smith, you wonder how much longer he has as a member of the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe being a healthy scratch is the wake-up call he needs. At some point, the light bulb's got to go off for him, or he's going to be out of at least the Cowboys organization, if not out of the league. For Jaden Blue, I mean, stud in high school, stud at Texas. You're a healthy scratch, apparently, because of your work ethic.
Could very well be.
Light bulb better go off.
It needs to go off because Schotty's right. He's a talented guy and can help this football team. But if those rumors were not debunked, and maybe they are true in some form or fashion, then that's going to show, and it's going to show quickly. And obviously, Schottenheimer saw something last week that he did not like. And that's why Jaden Blue was not on the roster. We'll continue to follow that and see. Jim Nantz, I hope he had a pack of cigarettes in the booth yesterday. Because this dude, I think, pleasured himself many times at the thought of Micah Parsons.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh, it was nauseating. We're talking about it when we continue here on the
jealous
Blitz
ex.
on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available for both residential and commercial needs. Hill Electric has done some projects at my house a couple of different times through the years, like getting extra outlets in the garage. They put a spotlight over one of the grills outside, dimmer lights in the living room. Had a light fall, they hung it back up. That's what they do. For well over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. And whatever your project is, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. There is never a service charge and always free estimates, so it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. Call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry. This the course will keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot.
Awesome ticket.
We just heard Big Voice Guy talking about Mellow Mushroom. It is a Mellow Monday here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. At some point in time in this fine program, we're going to give away a $50 gift certificate to Mellow Mushroom. We do that every Monday here on the Blitz. We've also got some UTSA UIW tickets we're going to be giving away. And the Toadies are coming to the Aztec Theater. I don't know who the hell they are, but they're coming to the Aztec Theater.
You know the Toadies.
I have no idea who they are.
You would know the Toadies when you heard them. They put on a hell of a show at the Aztec last year.
All right.
It was my final concert of 2025.
Is that right?
And if they're going to do this annual week between Christmas and New Year's, they might be my final concert of 2026.
How about that?
They were that good. Those are good tickets to win.
I didn't think you liked going to the Aztec because you couldn't stand up.
I can stand up.
You can stand up and just piss everybody off?
No, that's the Majestic.
Oh, the Majestic. Okay. I get those two confused.
I thought you were making a short joke.
No. But you say you like to stand up during concerts.
Yes.
And at one of those,
Majestic.
They kind of frown on that.
That's at the Majestic. Yeah. Well, right. Only if you're at an old people show.
Well,
which is what you go to. Like Kenny Rogers.
Beach Boys.
Although, not anymore.
This is.
You did stand for Trombone Shorty.
I did. He's fantastic.
But we were told to sit down.
We were.
We were also standing at the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And told to sit down.
Yeah, that's irritating, isn't it?
Well, I love it. We were the only ones standing, and that was just awkward.
Yeah, I would say I love it. I don't know. Does it give you a reason to stand?
Yeah, dude, it's sure.
I want to go back and see Trombone Shorty, though. We saw him at the Super Bowl in that fine city of New Orleans.
That's a great city. That's his city.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So he was fun. I would go see him again this time around. A lot of NFL action that didn't involve the Dallas. Of course, everybody was wanting to know what Micah Parsons would look like in a green shirt and yellow pants.
Well,
and we saw that yesterday.
He's really good at football, and no surprise. I mean, Green Bay did it right. I mean, the video of them and the jerseys that were for sale, selling a ton of them, introing them last so the crowd would go nuts.
They did.
And we played about half the defensive snaps, made a big impact. But what I found interesting is what Jim Nantz and Tony Romo were talking about in their production meeting with the coaching staff of Detroit. Apparently, Dan Campbell more relieved that old Kenny Clark no longer plays for the Packers.
You made a really solid point right before that snap. When we were talking to Dan Campbell, they were so relieved that Clark was leaving this division.
And I'm like, well, Mike is coming in, and believe me, he's like, well, Mike is a monster too. It's not the same.
Green Bay is challenging the middle of the field with a completed pass.
It felt like they were more relieved that he was gone, Clark, than they were concerned that Parsons was coming to Green Bay.
I felt the same. They didn't say it, but it was implied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, I guess Kenny Clark gave them a hard time. I'm not sure. But that Detroit offense yesterday was terrible. You want to credit Micah Parsons, but I think the entire team was pretty damn good yesterday. My only problem was I had to tweet out about this.
Here we go.
Some people thought it was good and some didn't. But did you notice this? Nance and Romo were slobbering all over Micah Parsons the entire game. I mean, it was nauseating. At some point it's like, okay, we know you like him. He's a great player, but there's 10 other guys on the field. You want to talk about one of them?
Your love for Micah Parsons is so incredible.
I just don't get it.
His impact on the game was felt. And then he got that sack late in the game, which, again, he's really good at playing football. He's really, really good at playing football.
Okay.
He wears yellow pants now.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about Micah Parsons anymore. But even him after the game was like, dude, at some point, quit talking about Dallas.
Super relief. I'm telling you, like, these last 6 months was super draining, super toxic for everyone. I mean, it's something that, I don't think no player should have to go through. I think players' fate should be decided earlier. I think the fact that I was traded a week before the season, it was really outrageous and rough. It's something where I could have been with these guys getting better and better. And we could have had a probably even more dominant start, you know, if that was the decision we were going to make. So I'm just happy that's behind. These guys embrace me. They believe in my talents. They believed in me, and I'm just going to give these guys everything I have because I know what's at stake. I know what they gave up for me to be here, and I'm going to do what it takes for us to win.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, and again, he's not everything he said, although it does take two, and you were a big part of that. You asked for a trade on August 1. It does, though, the honesty part of it, how difficult it is mentally. He said draining when you're trying to negotiate a contract that big. You can say that, let the business guys handle it, but it does affect you. It does, and it clearly affected Micah. There was a sense of relief. Now he just gets to go play football.
Well, look, do you really feel sorry for Micah Parsons? He's the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. I'm not going to waste one tear crying about poor Micah Parsons being distracted or it was so rough. It was, I mean, please. Are you kidding me? Maybe the guy's
There's a human side of things, Ryan Eagle.
Oh, stop it.
There is. That's all I'm saying.
Please, somebody distract me. Somebody make it rough on me and then pay me $47 million a year.
There's a human side of things. Forget the money, but there is the human side. That's all I'm saying. Do I feel sorry for him? No. Has he got to fly in his private jet back and forth because he forgot his favorite shirt?
Guy.
Maybe. Having to move in the middle. Again,
rough.
He's as responsible.
Poor Micah.
You talking about Nance having an orgasm? I'm worried about you over there. Would you stop?
My goodness. I don't get it. At one point, Nance said, he literally said this. It was like 3rd and 8 or something like this. Don't get scared, everybody. It's Micah Parsons time. And Parsons didn't get anywhere near Jared Goff. I'm like, what the hell?
No. Micah Parsons aside, what is your concern level from what you saw from Detroit? A lot of people's pick to go to the Super Bowl. 2 new coordinators, offense and defense, and they didn't look good on either side of the ball.
No, they didn't. They didn't look good at all. And they've got to gel. Can they do it? That remains to be seen. But obviously, when you take a guy like Ben Johnson out, who's probably arguably the best offensive coordinator in the business recently, and you have to replace him and your defensive coordinator. It's tough. Philadelphia went through the same thing when they had to do it, and it affected them. So Detroit, they're either going to get it together or they're not, and they need to hurry up and do that. But yeah, yesterday was terrible.
Not that we're going to overreact to everything that we saw in Week 1, including you Texans fans, because offensively, all I heard from our resident Texan fan, James Pledger, was how great the new offensive coordinator is going to be and how dominant this offense is going to be. Pledge, you can pull the tape from Friday. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I mean, you were going all Jim Nance. You were orgasmic talking about what you thought you were going to see from your Houston Texans offense.
Potentially.
Instead, you have your quarterback using the term lollygagging.
You can shoulda, woulda, coulda all day. We didn't deserve to win that game because we didn't do the right things. So when you come out in NFL lollygagging and not going through the motions, that kind of happens. So I think we'll be all right, but I think it's a good wake-up call for us.
Look, I think I applaud C.J. Stroud for doing that. Sometimes you got to call your team out.
Yep.
And if you're not, I mean, he's the leader of that football team. So I think that was perfectly appropriate on C.J.'s part.
For that Houston defense to hold the Rams to 14 points, and for Houston to lose that game, the gag part of lollygagging is correct. That's a bad loss for Houston. Not that I didn't take Houston or anything in that one, so I'm a little pissed. Because I thought Houston was going to be better than what they put on display.
I didn't have any money on that, but I did take the Rams in our Pro Football Pick'em contest, which, by the way, I'm on the top of the leaderboard in case you haven't noticed. Just checking.
It's week 1. It's early. Even the Rams president, Kevin Demoff, he noticed that. Now, everybody on ESPN picked the Houston Texans to win that game.
Including Ryan Clark. Who – do we have the donkey sound effect? Yeah.
Ryan Clark the other day calling out Peter Schrager because Schrager didn't play in the NFL.
Yeah. What he said, something smart-ass like, that's the non-player talking or something like that.
Appreciate the Rams president quote tweeting. The Rams put that up, and he said something along the lines of, even former NFL players don't always get it right.
That's exactly right.
Just because you played doesn't make you a great analyst.
That's exactly right. It doesn't. And that was just a very unclassy statement. And I hate it when people do that. If you want to, the only reason you know football is because you played. I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's right up there. Now, as far as the Texans lollygagging, Fred wants to weigh in on that. Hey, Fred, work in lollygagging into a sentence, man.
Normally I call to roast you and the Cowboys, but, it's a bye week for you guys. I mean, it's kind of too easy to roast you, but let's roast Flash. Because I called at extra innings, and I was like, what do you feel? I feel -3 Rams. And he was just, nope, don't do it. We got Will Anderson, and this old line is so good, and all this hype to do nothing.
So, Fred, you took gambling advice from James Pledger.
Well, I mean, I had only one Texans fan that I'm kind of cool with, and I thought I'd call Pledge. And
Fred tells me you're not cool with him, or he's not cool with you, just for the record. Word of advice, and this goes for me, this goes for Ryan Eagle, this goes for Pledge. Don't take gambling advice from the guy wearing the logo on the shirt, because he's got biased info. There's a reason I never bet on the Cowboys, because it's hard to separate certain. Now, sometimes, depending on what it is. But Pledge always is going with the Texans. And I know he was banking on a defensive touchdown, which never happened. Never happened.
No, it didn't. Look, their defense played well, but we knew that was going to be a defensive battle. It was.
Yep.
But look, even you can sit there and scream, and you can disagree with me. At this moment in time, Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than C.J. Stroud. It's just a fact. And so he got it done where C.J. couldn't get it done for whatever reason, and I'm not blaming quarterbacks for all of it, but that's what happened.
I remember a time when everybody talked about C.J. being a top 5 quarterback in the league, best quarterback in Texas, best quarterback from Texas, not named Mahomes. I mean, C.J. was all, even though he's not from Texas, but, he's from California. But the idea, all that love for C.J. Stroud, and now the backpedaling after an incredible rookie year. Where's it been? I expected a big step forward from C.J. Stroud this week, and the only thing that stepped forward was him mixing in the term lollygagging in his post-game press conference. That was well played. Well played. It's hard to work that into a sentence, and he did.
Lollygagging.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
That really is. I'm curious who said that to him, and he was like, huh. That's pretty, because that's what they were doing. And that's a bigger indictment on D'Amico Ryans and the coaching staff and the whole offensive staff for him to actually admit, we were lollygagging.
Yeah, that's I tell you what, but I do applaud him for coming out and calling out his team, and he should have, and we'll see if that gets him anywhere as we move forward. But it was an ugly game, but it was because both of those teams are defensively are in great shape. I mean, they really are, both of them.
Well, so. but I mean, you look at Houston. They get Tampa Bay next Monday night.
Yeah,
a week from tonight, they get Tampa Bay. Blitz will be live out at the Rue Pub to get you ready for that one. But Houston could be looking at 0-2 pretty quick.
They could.
Tampa Bay didn't look great yesterday, but they had a gritty game that they were able to pull out in the end, which was impressive. I expect a little bit more from their passing offense with Mike Evans, but they got another receiver that's just incredible, and I expected more from Bucky, but that Tampa Bay defense did a hell of a job.
Well, talking about that game, and I watched quite a bit of that one, Michael Penix is the real deal. That guy can flat out sling it. I mean, he was throwing some great balls yesterday. And his best receiver got hurt late in that game. That certainly didn't help him. But I thought he was. I like the way that kid plays. I really do.
Stand back there and rip piss missiles at people.
That's what he was doing, left-handed. Left-handed and all.
27 of 42 for 298 yards. Bijan didn't run the ball well, but in the passing game, he 100 yards receiving in that touchdown. But, yeah, that was a great game that came down to a missed kick. A lot of missed kicks yesterday.
There was. It was crazy. I'll tell you, the other team to watch that could start out 0-2 is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
They got the Philadelphia Eagles coming in this week. That could be a lot of fun. Oh, man, a lot of football to talk about, and you are free to weigh in however you see fit. If you're on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, you can comment there. On Twitter, you can get Jason at Jason Minix. I'm at Joe Reinigle 210, or you can do it the old-fashioned way like Fred just did. You can give us a call, 210-656-3776, 656-ESPN. Want to hear your thoughts. But when we come back, you ever go to a wedding and you get a little angry and they cut you off? You can't have another drink? What would you do? Would you smack the bride around?
The bride?
The bride? Wow. I guess you wouldn't do that.
Is this from Alabama?
Well, I don't remember. We'll talk about it. We'll tell you all about it when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? Go get tested. They have been changing the lives of men across the country for well over a decade. With the most medically driven, results-focused care to restore the quality of patients' lives through hormone care. Now, if you've noticed you're a little bit more tired, just not motivated, it's not just aging. It's a physical and mental change to your body as you get older. Testosterone can and does help. Synergenics and Low T Center, they have clinics all around town. You can choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or receive at-home treatment. Either way, it starts with a quick test at the center. And you're going to get your results in about 20 minutes because they have a lab on site. Synergenics and Low T Center also has a long history of helping women find their hormonal balance. So go get tested. Do it now and you could win some really cool stuff. Book a free TRT consultation, and you're automatically going to be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. And they have winners selected every week. So book that appointment now. Go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Presented by Just Putts. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Behold the Colonel's giant KFC chicken sandwich, a towering, extra crispy monument to flavor. Such a huge amount of juicy, hand-breaded KFC chicken at a pretty tiny $3.99 price for the Colonel's KFC chicken sandwich. I mean, $3.99 isn't even worthy of the same epic soundtrack as the KFC chicken sandwich for only $3.99. The Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something?
Boat wins!
Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing?
Boat wins!
Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing?
Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Texas Longhorns remained 7th in the current AP poll after beating San Jose State last weekend. Texas A&M moved up to 16. They're getting ready for 8th-ranked Notre Dame this coming weekend. And Texas Tech, they move up to 21. One game left on the NFL slate. It is tonight. Vikings take on the Bears Monday Night Football. You can catch that game when you're home for the NFL. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star begins at 6.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is Monday after an incredible football weekend, and the good news is it's not over. We got Monday Night Football tonight, Minnesota and Chicago, but man, what a weekend of football. Fantastic weekend. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and did you have as much fun as I did this weekend?
Probably a little bit more.
You think so?
I'm going to guess.
I wouldn't think so.
I'm going to guess.
Probably not.
I had a hell of a weekend. I spent no time in the doghouse.
Well, neither did I, but, you know.
She landed in...
Maggie was so happy to see me, kidding me. It was like, she melted.
She went to bed early, huh?
She melted. Well, last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Saturday. Last night, yeah, she was tired. I was into football, and props to her, props to Joanna, props to any football widow out there because, you know, now's the time on Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon for the most part. It's got to be tough.
Yep. It's football season.
It is.
It's football season.
And the fact that it's our job, you know, that's
work.
That adds to it.
So. Work. Yeah, no, it was a great weekend. And again, the final game of the opening weekend is tonight, Vikings-Bears, a game you can listen to here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
A lot to look at in that game. J.J. McCarthy, I want to see how he does. Ben Johnson, what kind of signature is he going to put on that Bears offense, and will it be enough? So a lot to watch coming up tonight.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, to opinions. Never enough time.
I spent a lot of time yesterday watching Red Zone. Now, granted, for years and years and years, I was a DirecTV guy, so Andrew Siciliano is kind of my guy. Scott Hansen, I'm still getting used to him. But, man, FanDuel on Twitter did Scott Hansen wrong. Because there was all the talk about the Red Zone commercials, that they were going to add in commercials. And apparently, now granted, because I was flipping back and forth from Red Zone to actual games, because I like watching games in context. You don't get that on the Red Zone channel. And so I actually never saw a commercial while I was watching Red Zone. And apparently, through his 7 hours of programming, there was a grand total of 1 minute in commercial. So I'm guessing they must have ran some 15s or a couple of 30s, whatever it was. But the total commercial time on the Red Zone channel yesterday was 1 minute. And FanDuel on Twitter posted a picture of Scott Hansen and a graphic that said, lasted 1 minute.
That's what she said.
They did him wrong. I mean, come on, give him 2 minutes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is a funny picture. And if I'm Scott Hansen, I'm a FanDuel. Please don't do that again,
dude.
Don't do that again. I wish I could get into Red Zone. I just don't like it. I don't like it because of what you just said. There's no context. I'd rather flip around and watch portions of this game, portions of that game.
Well, see, that's where you need the second TV.
No,
so you can have. In the quad box, you've got Red Zone on one of them, and then 3 other games, and then whatever games you're flipping around to. Especially yesterday, it's great in the early windows because there's so many good games, and so many good games that were coming down to the wire.
Yeah. No, yeah, especially in that early window.
Yeah.
It was really good. So I was flipping back and forth between all of those. What's great on the Magic Box is they're all right there. You just go up and down, and it's a bam, 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 and it was perfect. And so it doesn't take long to get there, and
it's the same if you had the NFL package in the old days too.
Exactly, but the difference is I don't have to pay for this.
Yeah,
well, I mean, shh. So it's my wife still thinks the FBI is going to go knocking at the door.
The FBI.
Boom.
She's more worried about you getting cut off at the open bar at a wedding.
Well, exactly right. I'd be a little upset by that, too. Apparently, some dude was upset. They cut him off. He was drunk, obviously.
You think?
Yeah, and they said, hey, dude, you've had enough. Well, he got pissed and started smacking everybody, including the bride.
He punched the bride in the face with what is being described as a roundhouse punch. And he also punched 4 other people that were trying to get this guy to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
He's been arrested.
Well,
5 counts of simple assault.
Well, he needs to be arrested. That's just dumb.
The wedding was in Pennsylvania. So I'm picturing some Guido-looking dude in his members-only jacket and gold chain. You know, some guy from The Sopranos that, was invited to the wedding that couldn't control himself.
Well, it's Philadelphia. I mean, in a way.
It says Pennsylvania.
Well, whatever.
It's a big state.
I guess it is. And there's some good people somewhere other than
where
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this guy, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't think I'd get that upset if somebody cut me off.
Have you ever been so drunk you were at the point where the bar actually cut you off?
I have not. I guess I hide it pretty well.
Well, I mean, where the bar cuts you off.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had friends say, dude, it's time to go. And we all have. But I've never been cut off by the bar. And then to be so angry that you punch the bride.
With a roundhouse punch. Oh, my gosh, man.
That's a wedding story that will be told forever and ever and ever.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, they'll never forget that. That's for sure. And I have a feeling this guy's not going to be invited back for any kind of family events.
You mean the next wedding?
Yeah, or the next wedding or Thanksgiving or whatever.
It doesn't say in this article, which is piss poor reporting, was he a guest of the bride or the groom?
That's a good question. Maybe he was a crasher.
Was he a part of the wedding party? There's details that I kind of need to know.
Well, any dude that hits a woman, he's a dork, okay? He's a donkey, and he needs to get out of there. So that's dork. Just go away.
Yeah,
get out of here.
An 87-year-old man. For longtime San Antonio people, we're gonna tell this story, and it reminds me of one person that would fit this category. There's an 87-year-old man described as a badass who fought off thieves that were trying to steal his $48,000 watch.
And you don't judge a book by its cover is the moral of this story, because you look at this old grandpa, and he had half sleeves on, and he still got a few guns sticking out there and showing, and this lady. The problem is, here's the problem.
Here's what problem?
They were trying to be good Samaritans, because this one guy was talking to him, and he said, "Hey, is there a Walmart somewhere?" And the lady, "There's no Walmarts in Manhattan. You're going to have to go somewhere else." Well, he said, "Well, go tell my wife." And the wife's in the car, right? And so as they go in there, then the wife grabs the dude's arm, tries to take his Rolex off, and he tried to be a good Samaritan, and that's what happens.
Yeah. I'm reading this story. It's happened in New York City,
yes.
Right? All I can think about is the late, great Dan Cook. And for you longtime San Antonio residents, you've heard a lot of great Dan Cook stories. Now, Joe, you worked with him a long time.
I did.
At Ken's 5. I worked with him for a couple years when I was at Ken's 5. And one of the best parts about working at Ken's, for me, and I'm guessing everybody there, was story time with Dan Cook.
Yes.
And one of my favorite Dan Cook stories is pulling into the Express News, and their offices were downtown. And he was getting out of his car, and some guy tried to mug him, and they actually got some money from Dan. And once he got out of the car, he tracked the guy down, beat the crap out of him, and stole his money back, and then stole the other money that the guy had. He mugged the mugger. And, went into work a little bit bloodied up, and, you should see the other guy's story. And if I remember the story correctly, when the cops came, they didn't do anything to Dan. They just needed his side, because the other guy called the cops on Dan, and it was like, no, wait a minute. But Dan Cook mugged the mugger, and that was one of the great Dan Cook stories, because that guy thought he was going to steal from this old man, and Dan wasn't having any of it.
One of the many great Dan Cook stories. I got to tell you the story we saw late just coming into the show, and it involves the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Yesterday there was a fight between some Rams fans and Texans fans, and this lady must have got roundhoused or something, because she comes walking up, and, her face is just bloodied. It's crazy what people do when you get into football games like that.
The upper deck at SoFi Stadium, and the video that we saw, and I'm sure there's video of the actual fight, but I haven't seen it yet. If you guys have seen it, tweet it to us at Joe Reinigo 210, at Jason Minix. Not that I want to see a woman get hit in the face. She's wearing a J.J. Watt jersey. And upper level, and the cops are clearing out. Then she comes walking around, and her face is just so bloody. Her nose, lips, whatever. Just the gusher.
Horrible.
It was awful. And still talking trash, though, as she's getting escorted out.
Absolutely she is. I'm sure she was, it probably felt worse today than it did yesterday.
Oh,
I'm assuming she was liquored up a little bit. But
Yeah.
But she had the stones to put on a Texans jersey in the house of the Rams. So I give her credit for that, and obviously pissed somebody off. Got smacked in the face. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kind of like the Lamar Jackson thing last night. You talk about jackass fans.
The Lamar Jackson story is interesting. The NFL and the Bills have identified the fan, and he's banned from NFL stadiums forever.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
The idea that he pushed or slapped DeAndre Hopkins, and then same for Lamar Jackson, who then pushed him. And my first thought was, dude, is Lamar Jackson going to get fined or suspended for that? Because that's his workplace. Whatever happened, whatever was said, but as an NFL athlete, you can't do that. The NFL certainly doesn't want to see a star quarterback going into the stands after a fan. But what is the player supposed to do? I won't be surprised if there's some sort of punishment, because he should be able to keep himself composed enough. But also, you can't put hands on a player like that. It's that was an interesting scene last night.
Well, it was, and it's interesting because D-Hop was the first that this fan, bopped on the helmet. D-Hop just walked on by, but Lamar saw that happen. And so, he pushes the guy. Look, keep your hands off the players. I mean, come on. That's just, you go in and say what you want, cheer for boo who you want. I don't care, but just keep your hands off the players. Come on.
But again, though, how is a player supposed to know if it's a congratulatory tap or otherwise? You look at the Lambeau Leap and the players that go into the stands to celebrate with. I mean, well,
that's different.
Because he was wearing Bill stuff. I mean, it was bizarre, but I was shocked that Lamar did that, and I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL, even though if he gets some sort of punishment for that.
Well, I hope not. I wouldn't be surprised either, but I hope he doesn't. And
it's
I hope
the No Fun League.
Well, and I'm glad this fan is banned from every NFL stadium in America. So that's fantastic. Maybe you can go to London and watch.
I think that would count as an NFL if he's at an NFL game.
That may do.
And they've got the technology to be able to figure all these people out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tweet from Adam Schefter, they identified him pretty quick, and they were able to put the ban on.
He was a Bills fan, by the way. He had a Bills shirt on, so it wasn't a congratulatory deal. He was being a donkey, pure and simple.
Yep.
Pure and simple.
Mm-hmm.
What, do you take it a different way, or what? You're looking at me goofy, Pledge.
Well, everybody on that row was kind of hitting players on it. At some point, I think you're just happy to be able to touch a player. It didn't look malicious in any way.
Well, I don't know. D-Hop, I think he has a concussion after that dude slapped him on the helmet. Gee whiz.
A concussion.
Unbelievable. He's like, bam.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Hey, there was more than just pro football played this weekend, college football. Arch Manning, what do you think? 5 touchdowns, I think it was, and it was San Jose State. But, yeah, he looked a hell of a lot better. So
it was Sark's comments today that we're actually going to talk about because it's fantastic.
We might talk a little Arch, too. But, Sark snapping at a reporter today. We'll hear from Sark and the reporter when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. With on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Argo Group delivers specialty insurance tailored to your business, backed by expert claims handling and global experience. As a proud local employer, Argo gave back to more than 20 San Antonio nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com. Argo, helping businesses stay in business. Argo Group offers a full line of specialty insurance products and services designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 5-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening. Because health is a long game, and it's yours to win. Now here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend shields, guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi. Learn more at Depend.com.
What would you do if you had a little bit more money to do it?
I'd go to law school.
I'd open a bakery.
I'd travel to visit my grandparents I haven't seen in 10 years.
We all have things we want to do in life, and there are people who want to help you do them. So how do we best ask for that help? GoFundMe. GoFundMe is the #1 fundraising platform. 200 million people have used GoFundMe to support people doing things like furthering their education, starting a small business, or bringing people together in support of a cause. No matter what your goals are, GoFundMe helps you take an important step toward them. GoFundMe is free to set up and manage, easy to use, and designed to help you reach your goals.
The community was so supportive in helping me finally open my bakery. Now, every day I wake up and get to do what I love. And it all started with GoFundMe.
What would you do if you had the money to do it? Get started today with GoFundMe. Start your GoFundMe today at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe with actors voicing experiences inspired by our users.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The Aggies play here. This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I don't, Pledge. Who is it? You know who this is? Oh. I don't know who this is, Pledge. It's like these tests, man. I don't know who this is. I like a good song. Would it be the Toadies? Is that who it is? Wow, you know they're coming to San Antonio. December the 27th at the Aztec Theater. What do you say we give them a pair of tickets away to that fine event, Minix?
I mean, we could.
Why don't we?
I mean, it's easy to do. That is the Toadies, now that I can hear.
All right. Well, I knew that all along. I was just giving you a chance.
Oh, sure. You probably thought we were playing Saliva again.
Now, see, I like that. That's a good song.
I promise you, there's 8 Toadie songs that you know.
Probably.
And
I just say I know this song, but it's a good song.
But you've heard it. If you were watching them live, you would be jamming out, having a good time.
I'm sure I would. I like live music.
Great Texas band.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be here December 27th, Aztec Theater. If you don't win the tickets today, you can buy them at livenation.com.
Let's see, in honor of the Houston Texans scoring all of 9 points yesterday, let's go caller number 9. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 9, you'll join me and the Toadies at the Aztec Theater, and probably pledge, too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. All right.
Ryan Egga won't be there.
No,
you won't be
December 27th, I might be somewhere else on that day.
Yeah, beach in Mexico.
What do you mean, where?
A beach in Mexico.
Somewhere like that, yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
No,
yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
But y'all enjoy that and let me know how it goes, will you?
It's going to be great. I can tell you now.
Well, good luck to caller number 9.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of Arch Manning, sincerely, on Saturday?
You know, I only really watched the first quarter because then we went to the UTSA tailgate.
Uh-huh.
Slow start, but once he settled in, he looked sharp. It took him a while to get comfortable.
It did.
But once he got going, he looked the part, and they needed that. Now, San Jose State, obviously not the strongest of opponents, but I know they're well coached. Coach Ken, who spent forever at Navy, is now at San Jose State. But it was the throws, the decision making. Like I said, first 2 drives, not impressive. That long touchdown pass, his first one, even that one looked a little bit short. 13 had to wait on it. That dude's going to be a stud.
That kid's good. Got a couple of passes for a touchdown.
Well, and there were some drops too. Wingo with that big drop. It was like, oh man, you know,
that could have been a touchdown.
But overall, I was impressed with the way he bounced back. He looked the part, and he's going to have a couple more games like that. Now, watching some of the quarterback gurus evaluate, there's still some footwork issues. There's still the sidearm. At one point, there in Twitter is undefeated, where it looks like he's wincing in pain.
Yeah, after he missed an open receiver and threw it sidearm.
Yeah, and Sark was asked today if he's dealing with any kind of an injury because of how Arch looked while throwing some passes.
Arch Manning seemed to be having some throwing pains by the
According to
fourth quarter.
who?
Arch.
Arch said that to you?
No.
Oh, according to who?
It just looked like he was.
He doesn't have any.
Is there an explanation to why it looked like that?
I don't know. I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
I'm not sure where that came from, but okay.
When you're straining a little bit, you get a weird look on your face.
I get that. Look, I know the video that he's talking about because I looked at it yesterday a couple of different times, and it could have been anything. I don't know if he was hurt. I honestly don't. I just think it was one of those things. He knew he threw a bad pass, I think, more so than anything, and he was wincing at that. I don't think Arch is hurt. He didn't look like he was hurt. His passes had zip on them. He was running around better than he did against Ohio State, using his legs, escaping the pocket, and I thought he played well. And that's what he's got to do, and he's got to do that for the next 2 games too because there's 2 more cupcakes on the schedule.
He throws for 4 touchdowns and 295 yards, 19 of 30 for the most part. It was impressive, but temperate because it was San Jose State. Livingston, 4 catches, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That's the kid. He's just a freshman.
He is. Aggies, they roll the Aggies. They've got Notre Dame this week, a game you can listen to here on Saturday afternoon here on 94.1. Outside of that, I mean, there were, the Arizona State losing to Mississippi State. That game pissed me off. Mississippi State. Arizona State had a great comeback, and then Mississippi State rallied to end the comeback. But overall, with the games on the schedule, not a ton of surprises.
Well, Florida getting beat was a huge surprise.
Except for that one, South Florida, 18-16, as they beat the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tough, and they beat them in the Swamp, and we were pointing at that game. Texas has them on the schedule at the Swamp, October the 4th. So I don't know, will that be a wake-up call for the Gators or not, but man, there's always one of those or 2 of those early in the season. It never fails.
Yeah, Baylor in their double overtime win over SMU was, quite frankly, a shocker. maybe one of the biggest surprises was just Oregon's dominance.
Oh, my gosh.
Over Gundy and Oklahoma State.
Dude.
69-3.
That was embarrassing.
Dude, Oregon wasn't playing Troy or Bethune-Cookman or, South Carolina State. I mean, that's a Big 12 school getting drubbed like that. 69-3.
That's awful.
And they didn't play anybody at all in the fourth quarter. They didn't score in the fourth quarter. They scored 69 on Oklahoma State in 3 quarters of football.
I mean, that's incredible, and that was a lopsided score. It just briefly tuned into that, and Oregon was doing whatever they wanted to do. I tell you, the team I need to reconsider is Clemson. Dude, they were down 16-0 to Troy at one time, rallied back to win the game 27-16, but man, after they get whacked in game 1 and then they fall behind to Troy in week 2 and have to rally back, maybe they're not as good as we think.
It's going to be interesting to see because they did rally back and win, and sometimes when you have those games, how motivated are you, especially after a tough loss? We'll see. Yeah, and another team that, look, they played Kent State, but Texas Tech just completely rolled Kent State. Texas Tech has a very expensive roster, and they want to make some noise in the Big 12. Is Texas Tech a team that we should all be paying more attention to?
Well, I think in the Big 12, I think they'll win that thing. Let me tell you a little story about Texas Tech. You got time? Little story about Texas Tech.
Story time with Joe Reinagel.
Okay, so it's Saturday. Maggie's still gone. She didn't get in until later that afternoon. And so I go over to a restaurant that I go to occasionally, and it's right there. Grab a burger. I wanted to watch the Texas game. Texas was already ahead, so I wasn't too worried about the game. It wasn't something. So I'm sitting there minding my own business, sitting at the bar watching the game, and all of a sudden it flips to the Texas Tech game, and I look at the bartender. I go, "What's going on here? What's up with that?" Well, there's a big table over there of Texas Tech fans. Dude, it was 48-0 already at this point. 48-0, and you got to be kidding me. And I said, "Please, can I only want this one TV. They can have all the rest that they want." There's a bunch of arrogant Red Raider fans.
Well, wait a minute. So this place, not a quote-unquote sports bar, but a restaurant that has televisions.
Yes.
And they've got multiple TVs.
Multiple TVs.
And they put all the games on Texas Tech?
Pretty much, yeah. I think there was one in the corner that I needed binoculars to see. Like, oh, it's over there. Well, I can't see that. And I was sitting here minding my own business. I got a monitor right here. It's got the Texas game
TV
on.
Boy.
It's a TV. Okay, I can see it right here. Perfect. I'm not bothering anybody, sitting alone at the bar, having a burger and a beer.
Now, what was the score of the Texas game when this happened?
Wait, that's beside the point.
Oh, wait a minute now. Because they're playing San Jose State, which is the equivalent of Kent State.
I think it was closer than that. I don't know. Maybe it was 28-7 or something like that at the time. And it was before halftime. But I'm watching this thing, and all of a sudden it switches to Texas Tech. They're up 48-0. And I'm like, well, there's a big table of Red Raider fans over there. And?
Well, what were the other TVs on?
What difference does that make? I had my own TV right here. It's the only one I want. It's why I sat there.
Uh-huh.
I sat there because of that TV. It was on the Texas game.
Did the bartender know that before you?
Yes. When I walked in, I don't remember what she said, and I'm looking at the TVs, and I said, okay, I'll sit here. I'm going to watch the Texas game.
So a bunch of Red Raider fans there.
Apparently.
Oh, what do you mean apparently?
Well, yeah,
did you
apparently.
See them?
Well, no, I didn't see them. But
well, you didn't turn around and give them a look?
Because the manager even came over, and it has a bunch of I said, dude, I just want this TV right here.
So you want the restaurant to cater to the one guy's having a burger and a water?
No, I had a beer.
All right, a beer.
Yeah, well, I had 2, actually.
All right, 2 beers. Or a table that's spending a boatload of money.
Dude, that's not the point.
Well,
the point is, if I'm not so you're gonna turn every TV in the house onto a game that's 48-0.
Do you know if that was Cody Campbell or not?
Cody,
no, he was probably at the game. But I mean, was it I don't know, 28-7 in the Texas game?
Yes. But what's the problem? I'm minding my own business here.
So, I mean, a blowout game versus another blowout game.
Why do I have to watch Texas Tech while I'm enjoying my cheeseburger?
Why do you leave the house when you can't control the TV?
Because I had some things that I had to do. Before the missus came home.
Like not make my own lunch.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Make up birthday presents.
Yeah. Well,
you
had to go jewelry shopping.
And that too.
Yeah. That's why you were in a surly mood.
All of the above. Well, I was in a great mood.
Yeah.
Sitting there minding my own business, having a cheeseburger and a cold beer, and I'm going, wait a minute, what happened here? And the girl looked at me like, what do you mean? And so it was the manager who changed the channel, and I'm like, dude, I'm in here quite a bit. And I just want to watch the game.
Yeah.
So he changed it back.
Did he change it?
He
to
did.
Piss off all those other people?
Well, I don't care if it pissed them off or not.
Did you miss a touchdown while it was
red,
away?
Red. I did not.
All right, good.
So it worked
you're
out
just
fine.
mad
But
to be mad.
Well, I'm mad because who the hell do Texas Tech people think they are?
Get off my lawn.
A shame like you're sitting at the bar by yourself wanting a TV to yourself.
Yes. Yeah, it's Texas, for goodness sake. So, yeah, and they had the Aggie game on the other TV. That stayed.
Did you say, do you know who I am?
No, I never said that, Pledge, nor have I ever said that.
He doesn't have to in there.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. Everybody knows who Bill Taylor is.
Exactly. He said, I'm going to make it rain on your parade.
I didn't know that weatherman liked Texas so much.
And then it started raining.
You see that? Yesterday was a crappy day.
It was a great day.
Well, it was.
Stay inside, watch football all day.
Yes.
We'll talk about the UTSA Texas State game in about an hour with Jeff Traylor, the head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners.
Somebody else pissed me off on Twitter. I'll have to explain that story. I mean, come on. I'm enjoying football, and you're going to do that to me. Unbelievable. We'll go around the NFL, and we'll talk maybe some UTSA just for that story when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, I want to talk to you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. We did have a lot of rain yesterday. If you noticed any kind of spots or stuff that you think your roof might be leaking, you just want to get it checked out. Well, Stevens Roofing and Solar is the number you need to call, and that number is 210-785-0994. I say that in all sincerity because they are the best in the business here in San Antonio and South Texas. Look, they've been in business here for a long time. They're not some fly-by-night company. They're a family company, local company, and they've been here for a while. And that just tells you they're doing it right because, well, you wouldn't stay in business that long if you're not doing it right. Stevens Roofing and Solar does it right. So, look, if you think there's something wrong with your roof, it's been a while since you had it checked out, why don't you call Stevens Roofing and Solar? Again, that number is 210-785-0994. They're going to send a crew out. They'll get up on your roof. They'll inspect it for free, under no obligation, by the way, and they'll make sure that it's properly sealed. They'll make sure it's secure and energy efficient, all of those things, and they'll come down and give you a report of what they think needs to be tweaked or turned or whatever, or they may say everything is just fine and call us when you need us again. That's how they operate at Stevens Roofing and Solar. Stop putting it off. Why don't you get it done? In fact, why don't you call them right now, 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th. For one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympic. Non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. They're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was.
I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
George gets justice. Back to school isn't just about school supplies and lunch boxes. It's about your child's safety, school zones, crosswalks, distracted drivers. If someone's carelessness leaves you needing help, you need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George and his team fight for families. You only pay if they win. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio. And Doug.
Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
The UTSA football program turns 15 years old. Join us for our 15th season celebration as the Roadrunners play host to UIW in the Hometown Showdown this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. It's the Roadrunners hosting the Cardinals this Saturday in the Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to GNC.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's one, two, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagle from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. For windows and door renovations, call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
The Morning Huddle.
And I thought I did some pretty good video. I was kind of proud of what I did. And then I watched the spot this morning that's floating around the socials. And that's not the video I shot.
So what'd they do? They did another one after you left?
I might not have recorded anything now that I think about it. I thought I had done it, and I thought it looked pretty good. And then I watched the thing, and I thought, that's not what I did.
Did you hit record?
So I don't know.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Blitz is going to be out and about this Thursday. You want to join in San Antonio Sports Star and Bud Light at Stout House City Base on Thursday, September 11th, 2 to 6. You could win tickets to see Lopez versus Silva on September 13th at the Frost Bank Center. 7511 South New Braunfels. You do not want to miss it.
You certainly don't. You don't want to miss our fall golf tournament coming up September 29th, which is damn near sold out. What do we have, 19 spots available? So that's a couple of teams and some stragglers.
Yeah.
But you just heard that promo from Rob Thompson. The hell's Rob talking about?
I have no idea.
Those are all the videos that he shot, and they were spectacular. We didn't shoot anything after he left.
Nothing after he left. And I know because I shot his.
Yeah.
I hit record.
And he hit record.
And I sent it to Pledge.
There was one where Pledge, on a drive-away spot, edited that in that but he took that video too.
Yeah.
I don't know how many flights by Yingling he had when he saw those, but
quite a few apparently.
That was all his work.
Well, you know,
he should be proud of his work. Instead, he's sounding like he's feeling like an idiot because wondering if he hit record or they were so bad we redid them all.
Rob just had a birthday, and so, you know, kind of goes with the territory. It was a milestone birthday, too, by the way. So that goes with the territory.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, for some.
Mm-hmm.
For others of us, it's, you know, that never happens.
There's a sign. Rob, you did great video work, man.
You did.
So all you people that listen to the Morning Huddle and comment on YouTube, you can tell Rob that was all his work. He should be proud of it.
Yeah, sure.
That was his. I mean, clearly, because, you know, AJ did his part and got the hell out of there. He didn't stick around to help at all. He said he had somewhere to be.
Yeah, he had to go cuddle with his kitty.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently.
Yeah.
Get signed up. SASportsStar.com.
Going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Our golf tournament brought to you by the lofts of Jesse Hernandez. Flight by Yingling. PPL Motorhomes. We'll sell out, as we always do. After party at the break room bar.
Going to be fun.
Going to be fun.
Yep, it sure is. What was fun was this weekend. I mean, all the football, whether it was college football, pro football Thursday night, Friday night, college football all day Saturday, and yesterday was just absolutely a blast.
I love football.
Oh, man. And some games came right down to the wire. Obviously, last night was on a different level. But the Jets and the Steelers played well. That one came down to the wire as well. And so there's some good games yesterday.
You think about, and I was talking about this yesterday with my wife, who I don't know how many times she started to say something like, dude, there's games on, man. This is coming down to the wire. You're like, no, I don't want to know what you need at Sam's. Whatever. I don't care. You want to book a flight? Sure. I mean, it's football season. Whatever. But when you think about, and then I heard Al Michael say this on Rich Eisen earlier today. What other sport where everybody starts about the same time and ends typically about the same time? In the noon window yesterday for us, you had the Bucks Panthers coming down to the wire, the Bengals Browns coming down to the wire, the Raiders Patriots was coming down to the wire, Cardinals Saints was coming down to the wire, Steelers Jets coming down to the wire. I mean, I mean, in the early window, there was one bad game that was hard to actually turn away from because Miami was such a train wreck.
It was awful.
I watched too much of that game. And again, Joanna was like, why are you watching this one? Because I can't believe what I'm seeing from Miami. And this is where I don't like Red Zone, because you watch that in context and you're trying to learn what is going on with Miami and at what point do they actually bench Tua. The Jags-Panthers game, I watched some of that till the rain delay just because I wanted to see how they were going to use Travis Hunter.
I kind of forgot about that game. There were 3 games that I was interested in for, well, you know the reason.
Gambling?
Yeah, it's Cincinnati and Cleveland I watched a lot of. I watched the Jets and the Steelers, and I watched a lot of that Tampa Bay-Atlanta game. And all 3 of those games were good, although I don't know what the hell happened to Cincinnati. They actually had a defense yesterday, albeit against the Cleveland Browns, but they gained 7 yards in the second half. Cincinnati.
Not that anybody wants to know about my fantasy team. I am winning, by the way, but
I got smoked.
I've got Joe Burrow. And my 2 quarterbacks are Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. Clearly, I made the wrong decision. But Joe Burrow, I don't know if he will survive the season. The sacks that he took yesterday, some of the hits that he took. Myles Garrett had 2 sacks on 2 consecutive plays, and they sacked Joe Burrow a third time. I thought Garrett was going to get credit for it, but he didn't. I mean, have you ever seen a defensive lineman in an NFL game get 3 sacks on 3 consecutive plays? Now, we almost did yesterday, but Garrett was there, but he didn't get credit for the sack. But the hits that he took,
oh my gosh,
even would make C.J. Stroud cringe, and that dude gets sacked more than anybody.
I mean, he's got to have a talk with that offensive line, or somebody does, because without Joe Burrow, Cincinnati's obviously not going anywhere. He cannot continue to take hits like that. It was terrible. It really was. I didn't realize their offensive line was so bad. It was just awful. And with the weapons that they have, if you just give Burrow a little time, I mean, he's gonna pick you apart. And yesterday, he didn't get much time. Now, look, I will say this, and I've been saying this for a while. Cleveland's defense is pretty damn good.
Sure.
They're not going to win a lot of games because they don't have much offensively. But their defense, I think, can play with anybody. And I think Cincinnati found that out yesterday.
How many kicks did they miss yesterday?
Oh, my gosh.
And the number of extra points that were missed. And you look at, so many of it. We saw missed kicks everywhere yesterday. The Tampa Bay game. They go ahead, miss the extra point, which gave Atlanta an opportunity to send that thing to overtime, but they missed the field goal try.
And that dude is pretty solid. I can't pronounce his name. What is it, Young Koo or what? I'm not sure what's
Younghoe Koo.
Younghoe Koo.
Former player in the Alliance of American Football. He played for the Atlanta team there and just stayed.
He's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty reliable. And you figured that game was going to overtime. And I was ready for a little bonus football from that game. And then he misses the damn thing, and I'm going, and I needed bonus football, by the way. So that's why I was pissed off that he missed the thing. But that was my only chance to keep that thing rolling. But, it was irritating. But it was a good game.
Seattle should have beaten San Francisco, but 49ers get 10 points in the fourth quarter. And
Brock Purdy was sensational.
Brock Purdy was good.
He was.
Seahawks ultimately not.
Darnold remembered he was Darnold.
Just good games all the way around. I think the Pittsburgh Jets game was really good, but honestly, I mean, you look around, it's kind of the overreaction day.
Oh, sure.
Detroit was such a disappointment. Now, Green Bay played extremely well.
They did.
But Detroit, with their offense, I know they've got a new coordinator, but you got Montgomery and Gibbs, and combined they had 20 carries and under 50 yards. Green Bay lost their best pass rusher or pass stopper in Kenny Clark and gained a pass rusher in Micah Parsons. I would have thought they would have been able to run all over Green Bay. And the fact that they threw the ball 39 times and had 22 rushes was a bit of a surprise when you think about what you expect to see out of Detroit, especially with running backs like Gibbs and Montgomery.
Well, they've got the talent. There's no doubt. Now, can they get it together with the coordinators? Campbell didn't seem too worried about it. I think that they're just too good to play that poorly every week, and I think that they will. So I still think they're going to be in the mix to win that division when it comes down to it. But Green Bay's going to be good. I tell you, the team, if J.J. McCarthy does anything, just does not make mistakes. I think that Minnesota team is stacked, and I think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with before it's all said and done.
Minnesota's good. Green Bay's clearly good. We'll find out how good Chicago is. And again, we'll find out. We'll have an idea because they play tonight, Monday Night Football, a game you can listen to here on San Antonio Sports Star. I'm just curious to see what McCarthy is like as a quarterback. All the hype coming in, I think he's got one of the best coaches, best offensive coaches. Can he not make mistakes? He's got one of the best wide receivers in the league, decent running game. Tonight's game should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun.
Well, we'll see. I'm still not sold on Chicago, so we'll see how they are, and we'll see how Williams plays tonight. But I'm not sold on them, and I think Minnesota wins this thing tonight.
Going to be fun.
It's going to take a while. Of course, the cherry on top to what's a great, great weekend, without a doubt. Don't forget Jeff Traylor, scheduled to join us here at the bottom of the hour, about 4:35. We'll talk to Jeff about what had to be a disappointing loss in the Alamo Dome to the Texas State Bobcats last Saturday. It was a hell of an entertaining game for fans. I mean, my goodness. Everybody was entertained. You were at the stadium. It had to be a lot of fun inside there.
Yep.
I was watching the game, and I was entertained. Entertaining game. We'll see what Jeff has to say about what went wrong defensively. I think that was a bigger part of the problem and what he's going to do to correct that. So we'll talk to him coming up at the bottom of the hour. And we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And, of course, we do have the one Monday night game left tonight. So you want to add more excitement, make sure you're playing on Underdog. Football is back. Had a great weekend. Saw some people in our comments on our YouTube channel, some that won money, some that lost money playing on Underdog yesterday. But it's your best place to make picks and win money all season long. And, of course, you can play here in Texas, and it's a ton of fun to play. All you got to do is pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, rushing yards, interceptions. I know I had one entry all ready to turn green, but I had Josh Allen rushing yards, and those kneel downs at the end cost me. Get all your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you could play for as little as $1. I'll tell you when I win. I'll tell you when I don't. Download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Use promo code STAR when you get signed up at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The Break Room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Nigel, why are you wearing a backpack?
I'm going back to school.
Folks, when your AC decides to flunk out or your home's plumbing is stuck in detention, you don't have to worry. At Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, our technicians are certified with all the latest technology and can fix any plumbing or AC issue fast and at a fair price because you deserve the A-plus service.
Gotta go, Joel. We're studying paper mache. I might have to pull an all-nighter.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Texas Rangers took 2 out of 3 from the Houston Astros over the weekend. The Astros still hold a 2.5-game lead in the AL West. Astros have today off. Texas opens up a series with Milwaukee. 7:05 is the first pitch. It's a game you can catch over on San Antonio's ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM beginning tonight at 6:30. And one more game tonight in the NFL. Vikings, Bears, Monday night. We'll get you started right here on 94.1 at 6.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Monday, after a great football weekend, that's where we are here at the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And it was just a great weekend to be a football fan, whether it's high school, college, pro, or all of the above. What a great football weekend.
Dude, it just feels normal in the world. Football season is the greatest season, yet the shortest. Although we do get games now Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is good. You got Tuesday and Wednesday for the wife to control the TV.
Yes.
And that's cool. That's 2 days too many, but that's cool. We all have to compromise somewhere.
That's it. That's exactly right. So that's okay. That was my poor wife yesterday, man. I was out on the back patio, moved the box out there and the TV outside, so flipping around all over the place, and she's very patient. You know, wives have to be patient, especially when it's work. It's all work, Minix.
You know, she could enjoy it.
Well, she could, but, you know, she doesn't.
My wife got some good naps in yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
You know, and with the weather being what it was, which was awful. I didn't know if that was in the forecast or not. But we got good rain, which we needed.
Yeah, it rained quite a bit, and it was cool. I mean, the temperature was cool. It was very nice outside. Enjoyed it.
Because you watched outside.
I did, and it was fantastic.
So is that your way of saying that Maggie controlled the main TV inside?
Yeah, she could do that, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
You were relegated to the backyard in the rain.
But that's where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like my man cave.
Your man cave.
It's my man cave out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's perfect. You sit out there. I got a nice table and chair sitting there, big TV on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I can move that little magic box around all over the place.
Yep.
And so I did that. It's fantastic.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. The hell did you say, Pledge?
Sound like a kid that lost it. That's where I wanted to be anyway.
Well, it is where I wanted to be. It's
my
exactly
chair
where I wanted to be.
My chair. Yeah, I don't like that thing. Yeah, I don't. What was Maggie watching inside?
I have no idea. I really don't know. I mean, I just walked inside to get a fresh beer.
We all know you well enough that you went inside every commercial break to go pee.
Well,
so you had to see something, or you just pee off the back porch.
Well, I do that, but it was raining. So, but typically,
what does that matter?
Well, I don't want to get all wet. Typically, I'll go to the back end of the house and go right there. Yeah, that grass is really green right there. I wonder why. Man,
I have no idea.
It's just a nice patch of green grass.
You're gonna get a sternly worded email from your wife about peeing outside and talking about it.
No, she's cool. She's all right with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's all right with it. One time I walk inside. The only thing I don't have out there that I'm going to have to remedy at some point in time is get one of those little college dorm refrigerators.
Little mini fridge.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Put out there.
You get a mini fridge.
Stocked full. But I figure at least that gets me up, right, to go into the house and to the fridge and then back outside. So get a few steps in.
I mean, you could actually just put a cooler next to you.
Well, I could do that. But that's a pain in the ass. I'll just plug in a refrigerator.
Putting a cooler together with a couple beers is not a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass, dude.
Going inside every time. I see how much you drink. Having to go inside every time you need a new one is a bigger pain in the ass.
Boy, especially if you get nervous. Like I get nervous from games coming down to the wire. I tend to drink faster than all of that.
So Joe needs a mini fridge for Christmas, Maggie. And Christmas should be now. Let's do Christmas in September.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You know, Maggie can't wait until Christmas to get your mini fridge. You need it now. And it would go right next to the Traeger.
They're probably on sale right now, aren't they? The college season, people getting those for college kids.
Sure. Is Amazon Prime Day is coming up.
Yeah, that is. Those things are they're pretty cheap, aren't they?
They are cheap. Well, but I mean, I know your wife. You're going to have to get a fancy one with glass doors so you could see if it's stocked.
That's a good idea. I'm the one that's going to stock it, so I'll know if it's stocked or not. You know, Beer Santa, if he maybe give me a welcoming gift when I get that, that'd be kind of nice of him.
Well, he's giving you some coolers that you're clearly not using.
No, I do use those. I use them quite a bit, as a matter of fact.
But they're a pain in the ass.
Well, to just go outside, I don't fill them up with ice and put stuff in it. If I've already got the fridge there, beer's cold. Perfect. Those coolers are for traveling.
Or sitting next to you.
Well, that could be the case, but then I got to dump out the water and clean the cooler. If I got a fridge there, does Flight have a fridge that they sell?
I've never seen one, but I'm sure they do. You know, big old beer cooler.
Right.
So you could probably go on Amazon, order one.
I probably could.
It'll be there in the morning.
It will be.
And you could just, Maggie, I was thinking it, and Amazon ordered it for me. Man, these computers these days.
Alexa, order the mini fridge.
See? Now you're going to get one.
Yeah,
How much
right.
are those things?
I have no idea. I can find out.
They're under $100.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, everybody's man cave has got to have a fridge outside, right?
Sure.
I mean, I would think so.
People are.
You got a fridge outside? Well, I can't read that, Pledge.
Yeah, that's good, Pledge. People on YouTube want to know if you're still in the doghouse.
No, I don't think so. No, we had a great weekend, as a matter of fact. They're a little more expensive than I thought, huh? Damn.
So that one is $735, and the one next to it is $138.
That's $395. Then there is one for $138,
and then there's one for $349.
Wow, they're a lot more expensive than I thought.
Well, it's been a while since you've been in college, my friend.
Really, You know, that cooler idea is pretty good. Pretty good idea.
Yeah.
That one's got a well, the other one looks bigger, which is why. But that one that's $219 on sale.
That's
it's got
nice.
the glass front for you that you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what Prime Days. But I got a nice Flight by Yingling cooler that would go great outside.
Little Kanga cooler.
Yeah.
What, the pain in the ass?
I've got the big one. I got a big one.
See, that's it.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's.
It's not so much of a pain in the ass anymore, is it?
Not at all. I don't know why Minnick said that.
With all your winnings, you can get a full-size fridge for that kind of money over at the Best Buy Scratch and Dent.
Best Buy Scratch and
Dent. Dude, that's the best place to buy like a refrigerator.
That's what I've heard. A little scratch on the back of it.
Well, dude, I got one there. It was more than $1,300 cheaper than the regular, and it's got a scratch on the side of it, the side that's up against the wall that nobody will ever see.
Now, if you're watching on YouTube, I want you to see this, and I'll show
nobody
Minnick.
can see your phone. It's too small.
This is from my wife.
Oh, she just sent you a text?
She did. She's obviously listening.
Uh-huh.
And there's a beverage cooler right here. Who knows?
Well, if Maggie has texted it to you, that means it's on the way to your house.
Well,
she thinks that's a great idea.
This one's $199.
See, your wife's going to find a deal. You saw one for $700. She found one for $200, and it's on the way.
Look at this. It's a nice one, too. It's got the glass front.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. How nice.
Exactly.
Wow.
$200.
Thanks, honey.
See, mini fridge on the way. Problem solved.
I don't know.
Spoiled.
$200. That cooler's looking pretty good.
Now, since Maggie is listening, so we don't need to talk about you getting out of the doghouse. How much did it cost you?
No, not at all. My wife is the most generous, forgiving person on the planet.
Mm-hmm. She didn't hear Friday's show.
She didn't. Which it's a good thing. It was her birthday on Friday.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it
All
was.
All of us except you remember.
No, I remembered.
Well, too late.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
That's why we all thought you were in the doghouse.
That's what I'm saying. My wife is the most generous, forgiving person on the planet.
Maggie, text me and let me know.
I love you dearly, honey.
What he had to do to get out of the doghouse.
Nothing. Yeah, I picked her up at the airport. We had a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. It was.
Earrings?
No.
Necklace?
None of that stuff. None of that
Nothing,
stuff.
Huh?
No.
Nothing.
Everything's good.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Look at Miguel Martinez on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page saying, "Happy early birthday, Joe. Love Maggie." See, Maggie, she's... Did I mention she's the most generous, forgiving person there is? I love you, babe.
Uh-huh. She's fantastic.
She is great. She's great. Did I mention Jeff Traylor's going to join us at the bottom of the hour? 4:35. UTSA head football coach will join us.
Probably in about as good as mood as Maggie was when you forgot her birthday.
Talking about, was it or was it not an entertaining football game?
It was.
It was for the fans, it was an entertaining football game. For Jeff Traylor, it's probably miserable.
And for the kid that jumped on the field and ran all the way down the field and then coming back, while a play was going on, was pretty entertaining.
Well, I missed that.
You missed that?
That's why you got to go to the game, I guess, right? Because I missed that. They didn't tackle this kid, or
they couldn't catch this kid. They couldn't catch this kid.
Well, at least nobody threw a green dildo out there, huh?
No, there were.
You see, that happened in a lot of NFL games this week.
Absolutely. The odds are out. When's the next one?
I know, but I hope we're classier than that, San Antonio. Don't do that.
No, we just had a 12-year-old running on the field that nobody noticed.
He was a 12-year-old.
He looked 12. He looked 12, and I won't make fun of Officer Nick Solis, who does games with me on Friday night, but when he finally caught that kid, he was walking with him with the old dad walk going.
Nick had to catch him. That's hilarious. That is funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The videos are incredible.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Cowboys did not play this weekend. They should have won their game on Thursday night, but they didn't. Now they've got the New York Football Giants coming into Jerry World this Sunday, the only noon kickoff at Jerry World of the entire season. Everything else is either night or that 325 window. I don't know. They say that Russell Wilson's going to start at quarterback for the Cowboys. We're going to hear from Brian Schottenheimer. He had a press conference today, and we'll talk Dallas Cowboys football when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And I want to introduce you to a great company. They're called Windows and Door Renovations. If you're thinking about replacing any of your doors or your windows, whether it's one window, two, or all of them, you need to remember Windows and Doors Renovations. They sell quality stuff, name brand stuff like Anderson Windows, for example, but they do it for less money. And they can do that because, well, they're just that kind of company. If you've already got a quote from another company, you owe it to yourself to call Windows and Door Renovations. That number is 210-284-7888. They offer a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. They're going to save more because of their window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, and it makes your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. By the way, all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. That is huge, not to mention the fact you're going to get the best price. You'll want to call Window and Door Renovations, 210-284-7888. They're proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community right here in San Antonio. Now, for more information, you can look for them on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Windows and Door Renovations. Give them a call. Why don't you do it now? 210-284-7888.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the New York Giants at home. Pregame at 11.
I like this kind of party.
Woo! Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí.
Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
What would you do if you had a little bit more money to do it?
I'd go to law school.
I'd open a bakery. I'd travel to visit my grandparents I haven't seen in 10 years. We all have things we want to do in life, and there are people who want to help you do them. So how do we best ask for that help? GoFundMe. GoFundMe is the #1 fundraising platform. 200 million people have used GoFundMe to support people doing things like furthering their education, starting a small business, or bringing people together in support of a cause. No matter what your goals are, GoFundMe helps you take an important step toward them. GoFundMe is free to set up and manage, easy to use, and designed to help you reach your goals.
The community was so supportive in helping me finally open my bakery. Now, every day I wake up and get to do what I love. And it all started with GoFundMe.
What would you do if you had the money to do it? Get started today with GoFundMe. Start your GoFundMe today at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe with actors voicing experiences inspired by our users.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, week 1 is behind us. Minnesota and the Bears last night. We'll talk about that and the week to come.
Lots of news on the college football front. Is A&M ready for Notre Dame? Boy, it's never too early to start talking about it. Get here early. The party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On a Mellow Monday, our good friends at Mellow Mushroom, well, they own Mondays here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We'll be giving away a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom at some point in time during this fine broadcast. So stay tuned and listen to that. We'll also got a pair of tickets to go see UTSA versus UIW. And we're going to have the head coach on from UTSA, Jeff Traylor, coming up in about, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, Jeff Traylor at 4:35. Another head coach that's on this on this station, not program, but station every week is Brian Schottenheimer. He joins the Morning Huddle every Friday morning, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. And it was interesting because, they played Thursday, and it kind of had the weekend off. They went to work today, but they get a player day off tomorrow, which is kind of interesting. But you had a chance, Shotty had a chance to watch a little bit of everybody yesterday, and he said he did that. Obviously watched quite a bit of the Giants, and he's impressed with that Giants front.
It's a humbling business, man. They know that. They each week has its own challenges, Todd, and this is an incredible front coming in here. They've obviously added, Abdul Carter, high draft pick, good player, but with, Dexter inside and Burns and Thibodeau and, I'm a big Bobby Okereke fan. I think he's a hell of a football player. And but I was proud of the guys last game. Again, wasn't perfect, but we played physical. That was the big thing that jumped off the film, even watching again with the players this morning, was how physical this football team played. And I think if we play as physical as we did the other night, we play with the discipline that we had the other night, then I think we'll feel good going into most weeks that we'll find a way to get a victory.
There you go. And it's the Giants, and I just wonder I wonder how bad are the Giants? Are they as bad as what they showed yesterday? Russell Wilson played terrible football. The defense was okay. I mean, they hold Washington to 21? So I don't know. I don't know if they're as bad as all that. I think the defense is pretty good, but I just think they lack the weapons and certainly lack the quarterback on offense.
Well, and Russell Wilson will start Sunday against the Cowboys. Brian Daboll made that announcement today. Now, going into the game yesterday, they said there was a package of plays for Dart, although they never got in. Will there be a package of plays for Jackson Dart? And probably good, I guess, maybe, that you don't see a rookie quarterback from a prep standpoint. But also, Brian Daboll, I was surprised he announced a quarterback today. Yesterday it was like, I don't know who's going to play next week. Today, I mean, he could have played the game all week long and had the Cowboys guessing, which if you're Eberflus, you're preparing for Russell Wilson, but you're also preparing for Jackson Dart. And hell, you might even do a little prep work with Jameis Winston, because I was surprised that Daboll made that announcement today. But defensively for the Cowboys, they played pretty well against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
And you heard Schottenheimer there talk about the physical nature. And then you get guys like Marshawn Kneeland, who, with the opportunity with Micah now in Green Bay, he's got a chance to step up and play some good football.
I mean, literally the same guy every day. The guy that the world saw run around on that football field and play physical and get the sack and chase things down. And he had a great, strip attempt on Saquon that didn't come out. He is the same guy each and every single day. And that consistency, I talk about a lot up here, right? The consistency is what jumps off the film, even at someone like myself that's around them every day. And now it's like the league knows. The league knows how talented this young man is, but it's because of his work ethic, his love for the game of football, and he plays the game the right way. And you can't go into that game and not have confidence, knowing that he's a terrific young football player that's only going to continue to ascend.
And all reasons why, and they've got some good young players there. That Micah Parsons was traded away. I think they felt good about that. Look, if the Cowboys didn't feel good about what they had, then they probably don't make that trade, and things work out a little bit different. But Jerry had that confidence in guys like Kneeland and Sam Williams and Esaraku and those guys that he's got some depth there, and these guys could turn into something.
Well, and they could, but one of the things that I'm appreciating about in-season Shoddy is the honesty. Now, we heard that and talked about that a lot in the spring and at training camp. Would he still be as open on the podium once the season gets underway? And at least through the first week he is. You heard him talking about Marshawn Kneeland being consistent. Well, Mozzie Smith being inactive wasn't a surprise to anybody, but we all were a little surprised that Jaden Blue was inactive for the Philadelphia game. And Shoddy was honest about it today.
You kind of answered your own question there, Tommy, because it is consistency. At the end of the day, young players, it hits at different times, and I'll talk about, Jaden. He's extremely talented. I mean, he really is talented, but there's a way you have to perform, especially with a mantra of compete every day. I mean, if you're not putting it out there and you're not doing right every day, and if you take a step back on a Thursday, maybe he did great on Wednesday and on Thursday, I'm not saying he did, but that's going to get noticed. And this is an incredibly talented roster, and you have to earn your chance to get out there. It's not because I was the first overall pick of the draft or whatever it is. Like, there's got to be consistency, and I will speak to a guy like Tyler Booker. He's not been perfect. He didn't play perfect, but Tyler Booker has been very, very consistent. Each and every day what you're going to get from Tyler Booker. And I think some of the young guys that were inactive, we've had those hard conversations with them. They understand where they need to go, and I have no question that they will respond to that. Will that be this week? I don't know. We'll see. But the cool thing for them is they can determine that, and they might have a great week of practice, but because of numbers, they could be still inactive, or they could have a average week, and we end up needing them to step up because of different things that happen. But consistency is clearly the thing that we're always looking for with young players.
But I love the way he talks there. I don't care who you are or where you were drafted, the best players are going to play. And if you're, to quote C.J. Stroud, lollygagging at practice and not doing what you're supposed to do, it shows, and you're not going to play.
You wonder about some of the reports in the offseason about Jaden Blue's work ethic. At the time, all of them said they were all BS. Now you start to wonder, because why wasn't he active? Consistency in practice. Now, this week, you have a Miles Sanders who fumbled, added one great run, and a costly fumble in the red zone. You wonder if Jaden Blue has a great week of practice. Is it Miles Sanders that's inactive this week? I mean, let's face it, when they were making cuts, we were wondering if Sanders was a bubble guy. But he made the team, got the play because Blue apparently inconsistent in practice. And for a guy that was a stud in high school and a stud at UT, probably thinking, all right, I've made it to the NFL, hearing how Shoddy said that for young players, sometimes it takes them a little while to realize, okay, maybe you're not as great as you think you are. And, as a Longhorn fan, I talk about this and have for years, the arrogance because you have that Longhorn on your helmet for a lot of players and the way they're spoiled up there in Austin. Now you get to the NFL and maybe you don't think you have to work as hard. Inactive for your first game?
Yeah, that should be a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really should be. And Jaden Blue is a talented guy, but again, I like the way Shotty operates. You're going to be consistent every day, or you're not going to play on Sunday. And I love that. And Jaden Blue, as talented as you are, and as much as you could probably help us, you got to get the work done during the week. And clearly, he must not have done that last week. And Mozzie Smith is another story, Jason. I mean, he just has not been consistent for 2 years, and obviously still not playing up to where they think he could play. So I just have a feeling Mozzie may not be long for a Dallas Cowboy uniform. That is for sure. Jeff Traylor, the head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, is going to join us next. Tough loss for him against Texas State on Saturday inside the Alamo Dome. We'll talk about that, and we'll look ahead to UIW when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me talk to you about Connecticut quality water softeners. I absolutely love mine. I have one in my house. I've had it there for some time now, and I don't know what I've ever did without it. I've had other water softeners in other houses, and they just don't work near as well as what I have now in my Connecticut quality water softener. It is the most popular water softener on the market. They've been serving San Antonio for over 50 years, and all of their products are made in America, and all of that is fantastic. All I know is it works. The clothes come out of the washing machine cleaner. Your dishes come out of your dishwasher cleaner. You come out of the shower cleaner and just feel good, ready to start the day. And I love the fact that you don't plug it in. It does not run on electricity, no drain on your electric bill. And the thing is that even if the power goes out, guess what? You'll still get soft water from your Connecticut quality water softener. And they've still got a heck of a deal going right now. If you've been thinking about doing it, now is the time to do it. You're going to get a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll come out and install right there at your kitchen sink. I love it. You don't have to buy bottled water ever again because you have it right there at your kitchen sink. It's the same thing as the bottled water you buy at the grocery store. $400 trade-in on your old water softener. Plus, how about some free money? 0% interest for 12 months. 0% interest for 12 months. You don't want to wait. Give Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country a call. Those numbers to call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE. Connecticut.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a Once you've conquered the course, we'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
The UTSA football program turns 15 years old. Join us for our 15th season celebration as the Roadrunners play host to UIW in the Hometown Showdown this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. It's the Roadrunners hosting the Cardinals this Saturday in the Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Quiet down. Here she comes.
Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Hey, bro. Weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
An accident can leave you struggling to pay for medical bills. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe you deserve justice no matter your financial situation. That's why you don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
An amazing football weekend, that is for sure. Entertaining for the fans. Not sure how coaches feel about it. This is the Blitz on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
And at UTSA head football coach Jeff Traylor joins us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Coach, I know you're probably looking to move past Texas State, but we gotta start there. You guys scored enough points to win that game. Fun atmosphere. Probably everybody had a good time except for, well, you and your staff. Because once that game got tied, I knew for sure you guys were going to end up winning that game.
Yeah, it's just, if you start in the very beginning, for us to snap the ball in the end zone, it's just, something I've never even seen before that bad. And in defense of the kid, and I know everybody's going to think I'm making a soft bet for my deep snapper. Ty Leonard got hurt the week before. That's number one, our great D lineman. We thought he was going to be able to play. He's the personal protector on the punt team, so he's the one that does the cadence for the punter. And when he couldn't play, we had a young buck back there. They did a good job with the cadence, and we had practiced it all week. If you look at it, our snapper literally double snaps it. We should have been called for offsides, and he just snapped it wild. We lost momentum, got it back, didn't score on 4th and an inch, got no push, didn't hit it hard enough. And, those plays early, once we got going, hurt us late because those were points we would have had back, right? And our defense just never could stop them until the very end. And once they stopped them, we didn't go answer. So it was extremely frustrating. We put a lot of work into the game. I would say they're all painful, man, to be honest. But it's comparable to losing the Army in 23 at home of just the work we'd put in and didn't get the reward we thought we were going to get.
Well, again, Jeff, for the fans, it was an entertaining football game. I know you were frustrated, your team's frustrated. After 2 football games, what have you learned about your football team that you can move forward with?
Well, I think we all had to be careful. I've done quite a few interviews today, and some people are trying to loop this into, the last 15 games. I think that's unfair. I think last year's team was totally different than this year's team. This is a much more grown-up offense, a defense we're trying to figure out. So if you loop it into 15 games, it could be pretty disappointing. When you keep it in a 2-game schedule, which it has been so far, which I think is fair in the judgment of people, we have lost to a really, really good A&M team, a really, really good Texas State team. We played well in both games. Yes, we gave up big plays on defense. That's going to happen. We will get this fixed. They're very young back there in the back. Offensively, I can understand people's frustration. We got off to a very slow start. That's all fair. Whenever you throw the ball 43 times for only 220 yards, that's a problem. But we also have the leading running back in the country. Our offensive line is really getting the ball moved forwards, and we couldn't do that last year, which in the end is going to open up our passing game. I still have faith in our quarterback and our receivers and our tight ends. All those guys that dropped those balls on those last 2 drives are all single-digit guys that have made a ton of catches for us through the years. Kudos to GJ and Texas State. They outplayed us. They won the game, and they deserve all the benefits.
UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And Texas State had a hell of a plan, and Brad Jackson, he threw the ball extremely well, efficient to a degree, but the way he ran the ball and seeing the way Marcel Reed ran the ball, are you concerned defensively when going against a quarterback that has the ability to run?
Yeah, well, it also makes you play different in the back end. It makes you play different up front. I get it. When you lose, you catch a lot of heat. It's all fair, man. I've done this a long time. You're really scared to go rush the quarterback when they're that great of runners. So we haven't gotten after the quarterback like we have historically here. We wanted to see if we could get home naturally. We have not gotten home yet unless we brought pressure. That's something we got to work on and get better at. And to your point, running quarterbacks are always a pain about that stuff. Yes, we're concerned, but we haven't stopped either one of those guys yet.
Jeff, when you look at it, and look offensively, and you're right. When you lose a couple of games, people are going to say stuff, and it's to me, a little bit unfair. Offensively, you guys look like you're clicking, and I know you're talking about the passing game, and it should be a little bit more, but the way Robert Henry is running the football right now, that guy's incredible and almost unstoppable. To me, just from the outside looking in, Coach, it's just tweaking that defense and getting them a little bit better to complement your offense.
Well, the reason I'm making a little bit more of a soft bet for my defense is the very opposite of last year, Joe. Our defense had to carry us those first 6 games. We were just so bad offensively because we replaced everybody. Now we finally got that thing going the last 7 games, and we finished, as hot as anybody in the country. This year we needed our offense to come out and be better early because we knew our defense was going to have to find their feet a little bit. And I just think we didn't do enough offensively. I know that sounds crazy, but I've got all those players back from last year. My defense, I had to replace 11 starters. I think we've got to cut those guys a little bit of slack till we get up to speed right now. And I'm not to debate anything you just said, But when we throw the ball 43 times with a quarterback as good as we can throw it, we should be able to have more than 200 yards passing. To your point, when you're rushing the ball, and it's not just Robert. We're running it very well with Owen on his scrambles. We're running it very well with Will Henderson when he comes in the game. We're moving the ball on the ground. We've got to get the details of our passing game more thorough right now. It's very disappointing for me.
Jeff Traylor joining us here on the Blitz. And, Coach, I know we've kind of talked about this in the past some. When you get criticized for all kinds of things, you know your fan base is bought in and they care. And you've got this program at that level. The goal line stand that Texas State was able to make, and a lot of people on social media and even those around me in the Alamo Dome questioning play calling there. As a coach, I know you plan for all of that kind of stuff, but when you don't make it, when you're that close, as a coaching staff, do you go back and also second-guess the play calling, or were you happy with the play call and just not the execution?
Well, I think the biggest mistake was the miscommunication of Robert Henry coming off the field. There was a package we had for Amari to go in the game, and there was a miscommunication. Now I've got to decide, do I call a timeout on the 1-inch line and let them get ready, or do I let Amari go ahead and run it? Amari did run the ball fine, but to me, just in common sense, you never want your best player off the football field in the most critical play of the game. The play design was fine. Man, inside zone's been called down there on the 1-inch line for a million years. There's a very much an old-school philosophy in me that says if you're not good enough to move the ball 6 inches, you don't deserve to win the freaking game. Now, when I personally, this is just me philosophically, when I think we have good enough players to do it, I'm going to do it. And I thought we had good enough players to do it. Texas State proved me wrong. It was a bad decision on my part. Hindsight being 2020, they're getting the ball on the 1-inch line in our student section. Our defense has got to stop them right there. That's got to happen to let Jackson get loose and get a first down. Great job by him. And then get out of that situation is also unacceptable. So there's that.
Well, Coach, looking ahead and moving on to UIW this weekend, another team that has been playing some pretty good football. What do you see in the Cardinals?
For a long time. Anybody that's sleeping on these guys has not been paying attention very much in San Antonio. They've been ranked in the top 25 the last 51 weeks. They've got a big-time quarterback. The kid's right out of San Antonio. He's a great player. They got an NFL wide receiver in 6. Their wide receivers are all really good players. One of them right out of San Antonio. 10 I love a lot. I love 3. I love 11. The back is really good. I mean, he was I think the player of the year, all-conference player from Nicholson came over, and Spears in number 1. Defensively, they've got dudes, man. 0's a heck of a Mike linebacker. 24 is a heck of a corner. The Jack is a heck of a player in 3. 90 is a defensive tackle. Their defensive coordinator, Jim Gush, has been coaching forever and does an amazing job. Clint Kilo is an unbelievable young coach. Great offensive coordinator, great head coach. We have a ton of respect for these guys. It's not a game I was really in favor of playing. Dr. Compost thinks it's a great game for us, and I agree with her. It is a great game for the city. But for them to have a bye week, and this game's going to matter to them, and we've played 2 in-state rivals already, how much is left in the tank for the Roadrunners? I think you're going to see a heck of a game Saturday, and don't be shocked when this thing is going down to the very end.
You know, Coach, as you say that, last week after the game against A&M, you used the term championship fiber with this group. After a loss to Texas State, what is the morale of your locker room right now?
As low as I've ever seen it, because we've got a bunch of good kids that really care, and they've tried to do the right thing. They've really buttoned up their stuff. They're a good group of boys, and I hurt for them. You know, they're catching a ton of negativity right now. And again, to your point, it's because people care. Everybody did right except for me. I mean, we sold tickets. Marketing was fine. The Alamo Dome was rocking. Everything was perfect. The head football coach of the Roadrunners didn't get his team to play well enough to win in a nice little rivalry, and TJ's got his guys playing better than me right now, and that's very painful for all of us because all of us knew the importance of this game, and we didn't get it done.
You know, Jeff, as I know disappointed as you are with the first 2 games, in the big scheme of things, I mean, it's you can work up to what's about to happen in the American Conference. Do you take that like that? I mean, where you're getting your team ready for what's coming, which is a very difficult conference schedule?
Well, that is the difference between, everybody compares us to where we were when I got here to where we are now. We're not in the USA anymore. We're in the AAC. I mean, people are spending big money on rosters right now. I mean, South Florida goes in there and beats Florida in the swamp. The numbers they spend on their roster and the number of scholarships they have is staggering right now. That's still in front of us. So we knew when we stepped up, this is part of the deal. But in the bigger picture, this is what's best for the university. It's what's best for the football program. And we know that. Now, sadly, historically, we've not been real good in September. We were real good in September one year, but the schedule was so different. We were getting Illinois on the road, not A&M, not Texas. And also Brett had just kind of gotten there. I just gotten here. It was a little bit more fair. And let's be more honest, back then you weren't handing out $40 million for rosters versus a very small number for another roster. So things have just kind of changed. We do historically get better here, October and November, and it's because of our culture. Our kids just keep getting better. We don't listen to the outside noise. And I tried to explain this today. Yes, if we would have won the game, we'd all feel better. But guess what? The bad snap's still the bad snap. Not scoring on 4th and 1's not scoring on 4th and 1. Not defending 3 passes deep when you're there and getting pass interference penalties. Having 12 men on the field. Having a substitution penalty on defense. Those things still all have to be fixed. And it doesn't matter what your record is. The video does not lie. You just got to ignore the noise. I say it to my staff all the time. Making rules for children as a parent, making rules as a head coach, having standards, guess what? It's the easiest thing in the freaking world. Holding your children to the standard, holding your own players to the standard, that's the hard part. That's what you get paid to parent for. That's what you get paid to coach for. We got to hold our kids to the standard and keep getting better each day. There's no magic pill to this freaking business.
And you mentioned how good UIW is and the people that jump off their page. I went to their game last week when they played Eastern Washington, and seeing Richie Torres in person, 6'5" quarterback, he can sling it. You should have a size advantage, should have a speed advantage. Coming off of that loss, I imagine you won't have trouble getting your guys to pay attention to make sure you take them serious, because I know a lot of Roadrunner fans are looking at this as an easy W already. I'm guessing that's not the case inside your locker room.
Well, let's just be honest here. I mean, they've won 3 of the last 4 conference titles. They've been ranked in the top 25 for the last 50 weeks. We know good and well that Richard went to the University of Nebraska. I mean, that's a really good freaking school. Jalen Waddle is an NFL wide receiver. Every single scout that comes through my place asks me what we think about Jalen Waddle, that he's going to be a draft pick. They've got real dudes. And if anybody's sleeping on them, look how many FCS teams beat FBS teams last week. It was pretty high. And we're going to have to be ready to play. If we're not, I promise you Torres will light our tail up, and those receivers are really good, and their scheme is good. They're going to give us trouble.
So, Jeff, you don't do anything different this week, right? I mean, the same game plan. You're going to work as hard as you always do. You're going to work your kids and make sure they're prepared. And because of the last 2 games, doesn't change anything for you, does it?
No, we've got to keep getting better. And obviously, UIW's got things they do. We've got to watch them and prepare for them. But when you have a bye week, they've got a lot of time to do some stuff. You get that's half a month before they play when you get a bye week. So Jim's a really freaking good coach on defense. I've gone against him a few times before, and Clint's got a great offensive mind. And I know Kenny's over there with them as well. And my son played with Kenny at A&M. And those guys do a fantastic job. They'll have a plan. We'll have to adjust to it and figure it out, because in 2 weeks they can do a lot of different things. And that's what we're working on. But the main focus is us. We missed 21 tackles in the game. We've got to tackle better. That's just got to freaking happen, right? Excuse me for saying freaking.
Glad you said freaking.
My mother's on a kick right now. She's, God bless her, she doesn't know which interview she's watching because she doesn't quite understand the old YouTube, what's going on right there. she's getting on to me. I remember a Louisiana Tech interview like in 21 or 22 where I did say hell and I did say heck. I remember that, and now my mom's on me that I'm using profanity in my interviews. And I'm like, Mom, that was like 4 years ago. She's like, no, baby, I just watched it yesterday. I'm like, yeah, but Mama, it's something you saw from 4 years ago, not yesterday. So I told her I was referring to the King James Version, but she wants biblical reference of where I'm. So, man, I got to be careful. My mom's always listening.
I got you. I understand that.
Jeff, between your mom and your wife, you don't stand a chance.
No, Care Bear is, yeah. I know everybody wants me to be sleeping on the couch right now. Care Bear is in the same with all the fans. So all the fans can take great pride in knowing that Care Bear is just as upset with the head man as our fan base is right now.
All right. Well, Coach, I got 2 knucklehead questions for you. Maybe it'll make you smile, maybe not. Let's start with the 10, 12-year-old kid that got on the field and ran all the way down. He's got an incredible 40 time. Have you reached out to figure out if he's available for an offer yet?
It shows you how oblivious I am to stuff. I mean, what a great check by our quarterback. They went straight 0. We checked to the protection. He slid to the right like he's been coached to do. I never saw the kid. My receivers told me about it. I thought they were making it up. And, yeah, that was wild. I was just glad it wasn't Jordan Traylor or Jake Traylor about 15 years ago.
Well, and speaking of Jake Traylor, congratulations.
Yes,
it was announced today that he's going to be covering the White House for MSNBC. His journalism career is certainly taking off.
Yeah, it's one of those things we've been knowing about for the last couple of weeks. When he became, the embed for NBC, and he got to follow Trump for 18 months while he was campaigning. He has a lot of inroads into that. So he has been asked to become on there, and really excited for him. What's crazy is everybody thinks Jordan and I are just alike. Jordan is for the Vikings now, and he'll be coaching tonight against the Bears. And everybody thinks Jordan and I had the most in common. But the truth is, there's Jordan calling me right now. But the truth is, Jake and I have a lot more in common than Jordan and I do. And he's really proud of him. He's an honorable young kid, and excited to see where his future takes him.
Well, congrats, and best of luck this week, Jeff.
Man, appreciate y'all. Very sorry. The part about Jeff Traylor that I think people know the best, your greatest strength is always your greatest weakness. Jeff Traylor's greatest strength is how much he cares. The problem is my greatest weakness is how much I care. It hurts when I let people down. So I feel terribly sorry for all this and grateful for how the community showed up, and we'll bounce back. God bless and birds up.
God bless, birds up. Jeff Traylor, head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
Well, you can tell in his voice that he does care, and this bothers him quite a bit, and regardless if it's conference game or not, so it doesn't make any difference. UIW, though, this Saturday in the Dome, we got some tickets to give away.
We do.
Let's give them away right now. How about that? UTSA, UIW, pick a number, Minix, any number.
15.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 15, you're going to get a pair of tickets to go watch the Roadrunners take on the Cardinals. We'll return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text the word bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7, offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30, the Aggies take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Presented by Just Punts. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
Nigel, why are you wearing a backpack?
I'm going back to school.
Folks, when your AC decides to flunk out or your home's plumbing is stuck in detention, you don't have to worry. At Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, our technicians are certified with all the latest technology and can fix any plumbing or AC issue fast and at a fair price because you deserve the A-plus service.
Gotta go, Joel. We're studying paper mache. I might have to pull an all-nighter.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 1410740E M16004.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you gonna do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Made in America, highest quality. That's Connecticut Quality Water Softeners. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. Offer ends soon. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
There's one game left on the slate in the NFL for Week 1. The Vikings take on the Bears. Monday Night Football. You can catch that game on your home for the NFL. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. Texas Longhorns remain at 7 in the AP poll after beating San Jose State on Saturday. Texas A&M moved up to 16, and they're preparing for 8th-ranked Notre Dame this weekend. Texas Tech up to 21.
SportsCenter brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a mellow Monday, courtesy of Mellow Mushroom. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and boy, we've been talking about it all day. What a fantastic football weekend, especially week number 1 in the NFL.
Yeah, so many great games yesterday, and honestly, with the Cowboys playing on Thursday night, knowing that the vast majority of the people listening to this show right now are fans of the Dallas Cowboys. I know there's exceptions, and you guys are very vocal about being the one, but we could all sit together at a table somewhere at a restaurant. Most of you are Cowboy fans, which made yesterday so exciting because your game was already in the rear view. You just got to sit and watch everybody, whether it was hours and hours of red zone, going from game to game to game. If you're at a bar, it didn't matter because you were watching football, and for the most part, except for where your money was at, no dog in the fight. And that's fantastic.
It was. It was a good way to just look at some of the other teams and see where they stand and how they're doing and all of that. I guess the one team that really surprised me yesterday was Cincinnati, just struggling offensively the way they did in the second half of their game against Cleveland. They still managed to get the win. Lucky to get that. But, boy, they did not look good offensively.
They did not. I'm guessing Burrow has been in an ice bath since that game as many times as he got sacked. But you think about all the games that we had yesterday. Which ones were the ones you were most interested in? Which ones impressed you the most? Either comment on our YouTube channel, go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Let's talk about it. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Obviously, Twitter at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix. I don't know if we start with the last game we saw last night, though, because that might have been the best game of the weekend.
I don't think there's any question about it. If there's one that came close, I would say the Jets and the Steelers in one of the early windows there. That was a hell of a
Bucks
game,
and
too.
Falcons.
That was a good one, too. I mean, there were some really good football games. I think New Orleans gave Arizona a little more trouble than a lot of people thought. Tennessee certainly gave Denver a lot more trouble than a lot of people thought that they would.
Hey, timeout. Pledge, can you find Callahan talking about the rules that he didn't know? I don't mean to throw that on you in the middle of the segment, but there's a coach that doesn't know the rules.
Didn't know what a catch is, right? Is that?
Well, he thought even though an elbow was in, he still needed 2 feet. And at least he's admitted, yeah, my interpretation was wrong. Dude, you're a head football coach. To admittedly say, yeah, I didn't know the rule, so I didn't challenge there because I thought we were going to lose. And not only him, but somebody in his headset. To me, I'd kind of forgotten about it, but yeah, I was pulling for Cam Ward to get a win in his debut. I don't want to say he played well enough to win because he had his moments of, but he played well enough. I mean, he had some drops, some weird calls. He took some bad sacks. Cam Ward took some bad sacks. But overall, I thought Cam Ward looked the part in his NFL debut, the former UIW Cardinal.
Yeah, look, he's going to learn. I mean, this is a completely different thing than Miami or UIW or Washington State. I mean, this is a whole new ball game, and he's going to learn it. And I was actually encouraged by him. Yes, mistakes are going to be made, but I was encouraged with the way he threw the football. Had some drops on him that were bad. Ridley, you need to catch the football, young man.
Big time.
But, they gave Denver hell. They really did.
So this is Brian Callahan on his interpretation of the rule that it was wrong.
They moved out of bounds on the sideline, and it looked like his elbow hit inbounds first.
Yeah, you got to get a foot inbounds, too. which we didn't have a clean look at whether his foot was down as well. An elbow doesn't equal 2 feet, so his foot would have had to come down as well. We didn't have a clean look, so the call from upstairs was that it wasn't more challenging.
Yeah. I can understand where he's coming from, though, because a lot of times if, that forearm's down, the elbow's down, you're down. And a lot of times you'll interpret that on a fumble. If you fumble the ball, but that elbow's down before a knee hits, you're still down. So, I mean, look, but he is a coach and
1 knee equals 2 feet. I mean, there's just things there. And what a position in the game. But then again, I think we all learned we don't know what a catch is. Right? There was a couple of plays. The C.J. Stroud interception. Ball hit the ground. Ball moved. Still an interception because he retained possession. Now, there was a couple other plays where that looked very similar that were ruled incomplete. The consistency on what a catch is that's enough to drive all of us batty.
Well, it will. I mean, ask Des Bryant, right?
Well, he does caught it.
So I'm just saying it's weird. And look, the officials are the officials. But I mean, when you replay that thing and they're still not calling it back, there was a play last night that didn't have the proper angle to see it. And I remember even the announcers were kind of weird on whether you could overturn it or not. And I don't think it was overturned. I can't remember exactly, but it's just weird. And with all the cameras that you have at NFL games now, you would think you would find one with the proper angle, but there are still some times where it's difficult to take and it's difficult to see. So how was it called on the field? And that's what they're going to stick with.
It truly is amazing in this day and age with the technology that we have that there can be a play and you don't have a good camera angle on it. Now, if you're talking about something that's in the pile, sure, but a catch made in the receiver's back, all the cameras, there's not a camera on the other side that can give you a look. And as powerful as these cameras are, you can't zoom in, blow it up, and not have it look like this Zapruder film. It is kind of amazing there.
Well, I mean, it's weird. It really is because you usually see everything. And so, I don't know. Look, I think for the most part, the officials do a pretty good job. They really do.
They do.
But there are times
when they're wrong.
Well, but
we talk about it.
That's the human element of it, right?
I mean, sure, but we don't want the human element of it when technology can get it right.
Only when it's against your team.
Well, of course. And
that's it.
Because that's the only time it really matters.
If it's against the other team playing your team, you're okay with it. Oh, I'm fine with no technology.
Yeah. I mean, Des caught it.
Well, but officially he didn't. Now, you can say that all day long, and you're probably right.
A couple years later, they reversed it.
Well,
I mean,
did the Cowboys get the win?
No.
Well, then it doesn't matter.
No, but at least Dean Blandino admitted that he was wrong.
Well, that's good for him. Does that do you any good as a Cowboy fan?
It felt really good that time we talked to him at the Super Bowl, and I got to get that off my chest. He was kind of mad at me for that.
Well,
get over it.
It's too bad.
I hear from Cowboy fans every day about that.
I'm sure that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
My interpretation of the rule was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, look, and it's hard for a grown man to admit they were wrong.
I was wrong. You were right.
That doesn't come easy.
It doesn't, especially when you're not wrong very often. That makes it really difficult. That makes it really difficult to do. Just saying. I mean, when you're right 99% of the time, and that one time, you're wrong, it's tough. It's hard. It's really hard.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Try to shove it up their ass.
Yes. You get one wrong once, and that's exactly what they try to do. Shove it right up there. Yeah.
Yep. God, it was a great day of football.
It really was. And again, I was about to go to bed last night. I'll be honest with you. I really was. I was kind of like the fans in Buffalo, that left the stadium a little early. Well, they got a little lecture from the quarterback, Josh Allen. He lectured the fans.
Our team didn't quit. I mean, I think there's people that left the stadium. That's okay. We'll be fine, but have some faith next time.
Have some faith next time, Bills Mafia.
Bills fans.
What'd you say, Biddles?
Bills fans. You got to say that carefully.
Biddles fans. Biddles.
Bills
Hey, Biddles.
fans. It's kind of like in radio when you work at a soft hits station. You've got to enunciate both of those words very clearly.
We got soft in the D gap.
Because if you try to say soft hits fast, it will sound very different.
You
right?
sounded like with a T.
Bills fans.
Uh-huh.
That's a fan base that I don't expect to leave early, even if the game isn't going well.
Well, half of them are probably passed out.
Well, I mean, there's that. And I know it's a late game, and you got to go home, and traffic's going to suck, and all of that. But how do you leave that game early, right? If it were a dog of a game, an opponent, yeah, but that game, I'm surprised you said you were going to go to bed.
I was. It was when I started to yawn. It was 40-25. And I'm thinking, well, man, they haven't been able to do anything, and their defense can't stop anybody and all of that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, one thing leads to another, and I said, well, I better stay up and watch this thing because, well, I had faith in you, Josh Allen. And look, I think, and plus, I had money on the game, by the way, so I was being paid to have faith in Josh Allen. The hell was I going to say?
Who the hell knows?
Look, I think what last night proved, and I'm going to say this, and it's debatable, Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. That man put that team on his back last night and willed them to win. Over 250 yards passing in the fourth quarter alone. He's the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
And you said debatable. Now, keep in mind, he had a deflected pass caught for a touchdown.
Okay.
But it was a Derrick Henry fumble that led to the crazy chaos at the end of that game.
What led to the first score? They still had to come back and score twice more.
Again, once things start rolling the other way. Now, I do agree. Josh Allen's the MVP. Lamar Jackson's an incredible quarterback. Justin Herbert. Look at what Justin Herbert did against the Kansas City Chiefs on a Friday night that I don't know how many of you got to see it.
I saw it.
Well, those of us that had high school football could only watch parts of it. And again, you could debate how good is this Kansas City team this year. You know, we've been trying to write them off for the last couple of years. Ho-hum regular season, they still end up in the damn Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes, who would like a word with you about who the best quarterback in the NFL is.
Well, that guy's just a wizard. Mm-hmm. Some of the plays he made against the Chargers the other night, I mean, it was just incredible. Problem is, he didn't have a lot of help. And so he's another guy that has to do it on his own. Once he gets Rashid Rice back, that's going to help him tremendously.
Well, you got to have your tight end, not take out your best wide receiver.
Well, that too. Worthy, by the way, I saw an update earlier. He's just day-to-day, so he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a problem. Going to be just fine.
Put his shoulder back in, you'll be fine.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine it's, 5:15, almost, 5:17. People starting to get hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Kind of thinking about a mellow mushroom pizza. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Does.
My goodness, it sounds good.
Pretzel bites and that beer cheese.
Oh, man. And, you know, you can get a lot of that stuff for $50.
You can.
You really can. And so I think we should give away a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom right now. I think it's a good thing to do right around dinner time.
Caller 11. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. In honor of Danny White. Caller number 11. Apparently he was in South Texas over the weekend signing autographs somewhere with
Danny White,
Brandon Aubrey, and Datwin.
Oh, wow.
In honor of Danny White. Don't get it confused, people. Caller 11, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Go fix the toilet. Quarter moon, do it.
Oh, what a bad setup that was.
Horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, that really was. Now, if you need your toilet fixed, you can need to call Quarter Moon at 210-651-5899, 651-5899. Because you don't want Joe to fix your toilet. You sure as hell don't want me to. Quarter Moon, they're the experts at it. Experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission. Sales reps, They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. Call them 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyerforus.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community win and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Frost, we believe in going the extra mile, like opening more locations to be a part of more communities. Overdraft grace, which means no fee if you overdraw your Frost Personal or Frost Plus account by $100 or less. And the little things like cookies, coffee, or that time when there was a fire at a Fort Worth daycare and Frost bankers entertained 26 kids with snacks and games until their parents could pick them up. That actually happened. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Couple of things, Jason, on this Cowboys-Eagles games. ProFootballTalk.com just announced that the Cowboys-Eagles game on Thursday night averaged 28.3 million viewers, the second highest opening kickoff game in the NFL. You know what the highest was?
Cowboys and who?
No Cowboys. It was the Ravens-Chiefs game last year,
All right.
29.2 million.
I wonder how many people turned it off during the rain delay and didn't come back, and how much that affected the number.
According to this, it affected it a little bit because they said at one point in time there were 31 and change million viewers for that game.
You know, it's interesting because I know even the Friday game on YouTube was incredible. And look, the NFL, football in general, but led by the NFL, is just such a dominant product, must-see television. And the NFL has done an incredible job of getting younger. Thank you, Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Thank you, gambling. and the fact is, it's the only appointment television out there. Outside of a game, nobody says, I got to go home and watch my show. You know, we could bring up that Catfish Netflix thing, but some of you have heard about it, have it on your list to watch, haven't watched it yet, so you can't really discuss it because spoilers, unless you know whoever you're talking to has already watched it. That's television now, except for sports. People don't, for the most part, record a bunch of games and go watch them and be completely surprised by everything that happens.
No, it's difficult to keep that a secret because it's everywhere, right? If you're trying to do that, and I don't know, maybe some people are trying to do that. I don't know. But it's ginormous. I mean, it really is. And the fact that you just look forward to that. And it's a Thursday night, and, you've got the Cowboys and the Eagles or the Chiefs and the Ravens. Pick a team. I think it all would have been the same way. It's just a monster right now. It is absolutely a monster right now.
And it will be interesting to see what the Sunday night numbers are for
oh my gosh,
Bills and Ravens. Well, again, I wonder how many people turned it off when it was looking like a blowout.
Well, that's possible.
And again, it was late here. Add an hour to those on the East Coast. When it's 40-25, if you're half interested, you're turning it off, going to bed. But then again, that's why we don't leave games early.
I would be really upset had I gone to bed and missed that finish. I'd have been really pissed off at myself for doing that, and I'm glad I didn't do that. So, and saw one of the most incredible comebacks I think I've seen in a long time. I mean, no kidding. It was just one hell of a comeback, a great performance by Josh Allen and his team, and it was just fantastic.
Anytime a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, or a Patrick Mahomes is on the field, you can't turn the game off, right?
It's Buffalo.
Well, yeah.
14 seconds.
And again, I think Tony Romo was a part of that category too. Let's go back. Roger Staubach, Captain Comeback, right?
Yeah.
There are just certain quarterbacks that you always feel like your team has a chance if they're on the field. They just make play after play after play. Anybody else allergy is screwing up today? play after play after play. And you saw that last night. That was such an incredible game. I was really more impressed that Rob Thompson was still up. I mean, A.J. Hoffman's a Buffalo Bills fan. But even if he would have went to bed early because he has to get up so damn early, I wouldn't have been surprised. But, as soon as that game was over, everybody but Vic was chimed in on our group text.
Yes. Well, I mean, how could you not be? I mean, I just said, wow, what a game. And then, you guys respond and come through there. And I think A.J. said something nasty about the Ravens. But other than that.
Of course he did. But again, and then you get a finish like that. Now I'm just supposed to turn the TV off and go to bed.
You can't.
No, your adrenaline's going.
Oh, my gosh,
As a
yes.
sports fan with a pulse.
You can't go right to bed after that. No. Unless you were tipsy, which I wasn't.
Tipsy?
Well,
What, are you turning into Shabuzi all of a sudden?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I am, Minix. Maybe I am.
Everybody on the back porch getting tipsy.
Yes. Well, why not? No better place to do that. ProFootballTalk.com is also saying that there has been no suspension handed down by the NFL today, and to them that means there will be no suspension for one Jalen Carter and the spitting incident. Now, a fine will come later because according to Mike Florio, there's less urgency when it comes to determining the right fine. If they were going to suspend him, that most likely would have come out today.
And typically that is the case, especially for a game that was played on Thursday. But those players had the day off, the weekend off. So I don't know if the NFLPA or the NFL is allowed to contact them for stuff like that on your day off. I'm still giving it till tomorrow. I do agree with Mike Florio, the fact that it wasn't announced today, but also, dude, everybody that matters in the NFL was in Brazil, and they're flying back. So there's got to, I think there could be a little bit of leeway there because most everybody associated with the NFL kind of felt like he would get suspended and fined for spitting on a player with their focus on sportsmanship. So I agree that maybe that's a good sign for Jalen Carter, but I still wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we heard the announcement that he was suspended for one game, then he's going to appeal it, then it will go away because in some ways you could say he was already suspended a game.
Well, he was. I mean, not in some ways, he was. I mean, he didn't play one snap.
Although he got paid. So part of...
Well, he's going to get fined big time.
But you can get fined, and when you get suspended, you're losing even more money.
Well, what they're saying here is based on his salary, the fine should be somewhere in the $57,000 mark. That's according to ProFootball.com. So we'll see where that goes. But I don't think he should be suspended for a game. I really don't. I think he was. That should be the end of it. Fine him and go away.
I don't know. He plays for the Eagles.
Well,
but honestly, you can't spit on somebody.
Now, Patrick Mahomes is hoping he gets suspended for another game.
Absolutely. But honestly, you spit on somebody, you deserve to be suspended. There's a lot of things you can't do to another man, and spitting on another man. The fact that Dak kept his composure is impressive. I mean, when you look at Lamar Jackson, somebody slapped Hop and he went in the stands and pushed a fan because there's things you just don't do. You don't cross that line. Spitting on somebody. Ask Bill Romanowski. You don't spit on somebody.
No, you don't. I'm not so sure. If I'm Jalen Carter, I'm saying, part of Dak's spit landed on my shoes.
Hey, what? No.
I'm just saying. Dak did spit first, and everybody's giving Dak a break here.
Because Dak spit on the ground.
Oh, you don't think he was doing so? He said, you see the poop-eating grin he had on his face after he spit?
Well, it's because Jalen said something.
I'm just saying.
And why was Jalen over there anyway?
Well, I have no idea.
He was talking noise to the rookie.
I have no idea why he was over there. He shouldn't have been. But having said that, I mean, everybody's giving Dak a pass on this thing, and I'm not sure exactly why.
Because he's Dak.
Well,
and was he going to spit on his own teammates? No, he was
trying to get it right in between them, right at Carter. His aim is he didn't have that hawk Tua. That's what he should have done.
Oh, you got to give him that hawk Tua and spit on that thing.
Yeah, let you get a little snot in there going with it.
You're a bad spitter.
Yes, I am. Not much of a spitter. Yes, you're exactly right.
You've spit on that field.
I predict.
I have spit on that field because it's Philadelphia.
Well, yeah.
It's worthy of.
Of course.
Every time.
Obviously, I'm more of a biter.
I wouldn't spit at a guy like Jalen Carter, though. I mean, are you kidding me? That dude would just I'm not doing it. He might eat me for breakfast. Holy cow. That dude's a monster. He's an absolute monster. I don't think he's going to get suspended anymore. I think the NFL will say, well, he got suspended, and maybe the fine will be higher, so he loses a game check. I don't know, but I'm not sure. I just don't know. And that bottom line is we just don't know.
That needs to be on a T-shirt.
We just don't know about any of this stuff, so we'll see what happens tomorrow with the NFL when they get back from Brazil. I mean, it's not like you got to talk to somebody. Everybody, I mean, that video's been replayed, I don't know, about 5
you
gazillion
still have to
times.
Talk to somebody.
What are you saying? I mean, you spit.
Do you sound remorseful?
Oh, please.
Will you do it again?
He apologized.
Yeah.
He apologized.
Yeah. Not for spitting on Dak. He apologized for letting his teammates down.
Well, yeah, because that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. So
he'd probably spit on Dak again.
He probably would.
The next game, when he sacks Dak, he'll spit on him, and nobody will see it.
Oh, you got to give him that huck to and spit on that thing.
What's his favorite button?
It is. And she's relevant again. She should thank Jalen Carter and Dak Prescott.
He loves to stroke that button, doesn't he?
Well, sure. Well, who doesn't? I mean, come on. We got NFL football on this station right here tonight.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Chicago. A big NFC Central Division showdown.
It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to seeing what J.J. McCarthy will do. And I tell you what, if you're watching this game tonight, want to add a little more excitement, make sure you're playing the Pick'em game at Underdog. You can play in Texas. It's the best place to go make all your picks and win money all season long. I've got J.J. McCarthy on my Pick'em entry right now, higher than 221.5 passing yards.
Wow.
Because that's what you do on the Pick'em game. Higher, lower on predicted stats. Justin Jefferson, higher than half a touchdown? Yeah. Aaron Jones, his number right now is 49.5 rushing yards. Would you go higher or lower? Caleb Williams, higher than half an interception? Yeah, he'll throw a couple of those tonight. Build your Pick'em entry. You can play for as little as $1 and win up to 5,000 times your cash. So much fun to play. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Well, download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Morning Huddle.
Yeah. Oh, so District 2 is saying no to the Spurs?
Well, for all intents, yes.
Come on, Vic.
I didn't vote on this.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
All of Flea Bottom doesn't want the Spurs.
I'm
it sounds
Mexican.
like.
I'm Mexican. I don't vote.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, I'm not paying those taxes anyway.
I know. Not even my real name. Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. I'm not even Vic Brown.
I'm not even Vic Brown. I'm Pedro Alcalá.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Boy, it's been a fantastic Monday. After a great weekend of football, just, man, so much to talk about, so much to look forward to as well. Boy, if the NFL season lives up to this past Sunday, well, Friday and Thursday as well, we're in for one hell of a season.
Aren't we always? I mean, what did we have yesterday? One dog game. One, and that was the Colts-Dolphins.
Yeah.
You might throw Washington and New York in there. Not competitive. You never felt like they had a chance. Carolina, maybe a little bit of a disappointment, but that was a weird game anyway with such a long rain delay. But overall, you had some really good competitive football. It wasn't always really good football. Ask the Bengals.
Yes.
But for the most part, great games. And the games that were really good were really good. Jets-Steelers was a far better game than I thought it was going to be. And a big reason for that is Justin Fields played far better than anybody thought he was capable of playing.
I would say, might have been, I think it's his best game as a pro. I mean, he was on. He knew what he was doing. He felt comfortable, and I think it was his best game as a pro.
Well, and then you've got Aaron Rodgers throwing 4 touchdown passes. Steelers get the win 34-32, and Aaron Rodgers after the game, not shy about his feelings towards those in the Jets organization.
You spoke about the meeting with Aaron Glenn on McAfee a few months ago. Beating him, is there significance in that since he basically told you to your face that he didn't think you were right for that team?
Yes, that's what he did.
So there's significance in beating him for you?
I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets.
He's such a donkey, man.
What do you mean?
That guy is. I love it. I mean, it's great. He's just such a. I can't say what I want to say. No,
but honestly, don't you want that from your quarterback?
Well, sure.
Hey, a lot of people over there didn't think I could play anymore. It was great to show them I still can.
Well, it's one game.
I mean,
come on.
It's still when he goes back to Green Bay. I mean, his post-game press conference, and I know as arrogant as Aaron Rodgers is most of the time. I thought yesterday, I don't know that I'd put that in the arrogance category. He's on a prove you a wrong kind of tour, but he's like, dude, what'd I play there? 18 games? It's not like Green Bay. It was 2 years, but 1 year didn't count. They didn't think I could play. Birds up.
Well, Aaron Glenn, he's not a fan of Aaron Glenn, I can tell.
Well,
I think he's a bum.
Aaron Glenn called him in for a meeting.
Flew him in, right?
No.
Or they didn't fly him in.
He flew on his own dime to get fired.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
A 10-minute meeting, that could have been a Zoom call.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Again,
I think he's a bum.
It could have been a Zoom call. And but I'll tell you what, Jets played well. Detroit, maybe one of the bigger surprises of failing to meet expectations. Now, I thought Detroit would win the game. I picked Detroit.
Yeah.
Not surprised Green Bay won, but I was surprised at how piss poor Detroit looked on both sides of the ball.
Well, obviously it was Micah Parsons. He did it all. According to Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, they were having a bromance up in the
You made a really solid point right before that snap. When we were talking to Dan Campbell, they were so relieved that Clark was leaving this division.
And I'm like, well, Mike is coming in. And believe me, he's like, well, Mike is a monster too. That's not what you said. Green Bay is challenging the middle of the field with a completed pass.
It felt like they were more relieved that he was gone, Clark, than they were concerned that Parsons was coming to Green Bay.
I felt the same. They didn't say it, but it was implied.
So, according to them, Dan Campbell and the Lions were more excited that Kenny Clark wasn't going to be there, that he's now in Dallas, that Micah Parsons is now a part of the Packers.
Apparently that's what he was saying. Now, of course, Detroit, do they play Dallas? I think they do. They'll have to face Kenny Clark at some point in time. But I see where he's coming from. Detroit likes to run the football. And Clark, run stopper. I understand. I get it.
December 4th, Cowboys and Lions.
Well, there you go.
Although, that said, there was no Kenny Clark in that game yesterday, and a pass rusher who doesn't stop the run. And you're a Lions team with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Montgomery had 25 yards on 11 carries. Gibbs had 19 yards. What the hell is that?
Well, it's not good, but, I mean, keep in mind they fell behind early, and they had to throw the football, and that didn't turn out good for Jared Goff or the Lions, for that matter. Look, Green Bay was motivated to play well yesterday. They were, and they wanted to, and they just played. They outplayed Detroit. My question moving forward is Detroit going to get their act together with two different coordinators now. I mean, they lost 2 good coordinators who are now head coaches, and they've got to find their way with these new guys. Can they get it done? They didn't look like they knew what they were doing yesterday for a big part of that game.
And next week they get Chicago. Chicago obviously playing tonight. Then they have Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Tampa Bay before their bye. And out of the bye, Minnesota, Washington, and Philadelphia. And so if you're Detroit and you had this incredible year last year, but you look Green Bay in their division, Minnesota in their division, we'll see about Chicago, but is Chicago going to be better? And Chicago's schedule seemingly far easier. But I mean, Detroit, a lot of people thought they were a team that could go to the Super Bowl this year, and they laid an egg in their opener.
I think they are still a team that will be there at the end. Yeah, they laid an egg in their opener. Didn't play well. Can they improve? That's going to be the question moving forward. And, again, I think a lot of that stems from new coordinators. I mean, it hurts everybody. It hurt Philadelphia the year they lost both their coordinators. So can they get it together? It remains to be seen. By the way, George Kittle is out 3 to 5 weeks. Just got that with the hamstring injury. Shanahan said today Brock Purdy's availability for next week is in question. So they're a banged-up group already, San Francisco.
What's wrong with Brock Purdy?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Back hurts from carrying that team?
Maybe so, and he did. He played well yesterday. I'm not sure what's wrong with Purdy. I will find out, though.
Well, I want to know, and we'll have Indy Kalu on the Blitz tomorrow. What the hell is up with the Houston Texans offense? Defensively, they're fantastic. They held a Rams team to 14 points and lose. And then C.J. Stroud afterwards said the team was lollygagging.
You can shoulda, woulda, coulda all day. We didn't deserve to win that game because we didn't do the right things. So when you come out in NFL lollygagging and not going through the motions, that kind of what happens. So I think we'll be all right, but I think it's a good wake-up call for us.
Lollygagging, I like that. It's a good word to use. Lollygagging.
Is it?
I haven't heard that in a while. I think I'm going to start using it a little more now.
You probably shouldn't use lollygagging.
Lollygagging.
I mean,
his lollygagging.
Glad you said lolly and not Lily.
I'm just saying. Yeah, that's.
Glad you just got that.
Oh my. But I applaud C.J. Stroud for coming out, and I mean he's the leader of that team. He's the quarterback, so he should say something. If he thinks guys were lollygagging, then he should come out and call them out.
Again, was it the play calling? Pledge is going to blame the play calling. Although he loves his new offense coordinator. I mean, C.J. Stroud was 19 of 27, but he was sacked 3 times. Nick Chubb ran for 60 yards, averaging 4.5 a clip. They couldn't score. I'm actually kind of surprised to see that he was only sacked 3 times. It felt more than that.
Well, he was running for his life a lot. That's for sure. He was. So
I mean, Houston won the time of possession battle. 11 penalties. That's not good. But overall, that offense just stats don't always tell the story. But offensively, they didn't look good at all.
No, not at all. By the way, Brock Purdy's battling a toe injury and a left shoulder injury, putting his status for Week 2's game against the Saints in jeopardy.
It's the Saints.
Well,
they actually played better than I think most people thought.
That's what I'm saying. Ask the Cardinals about the Saints. Did Rattler play that whole thing?
I believe so. I was watching actually quite a bit of that game, and I will say this about the Saints: offensively, they weren't good. Spencer Rattler, 27 of 46 for 214 yards. Only sacked 1 time though. Kamara only had 45 yards on the ground. But that Saints defense is legit.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, maybe they'll be better than we think, although they really shouldn't be, unless they think Tyler Shuck is the guy. Because I think Rattler's just holding that position until they feel like Shuck is ready to go. This is interesting. Pledge just sent this. I don't know if you saw this, Minix. Highest Week 1 pressure rates at quarterback. Cam Ward had the most pressure, 53%. Joe Burrow at 43%. Then Jalen Hurts at 42%.
Cowboys got pressure with no Micah Parsons?
How about that?
That can't
Imagine that.
That can't be.
Don't tell Jim Nantz that.
No.
Okay, please. And then C.J. Stroud at 41%. And he tied with Matthew Stafford, amazingly enough. But don't tell Jim Nantz that Micah Parsons, that a team was successful without him. Because it's scary time, boys and girls. It's Micah Parsons time. I was like, dude, please.
Dude.
Holy cow.
Relax a little bit.
I'm just saying, as much as Romo and Nance were just stroking that dude yesterday, it really got, I mean, I a couple of times, okay, great. They just kept on and kept on and kept on. It's like, enough already. Please.
You didn't feel the same way with Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt all over Aaron Rodgers in those yellow pants?
I must not have listened to that as close as I did the other one. Yeah.
And you hated every word that came out of Collinsworth's mouth last night.
Oh, my gosh, that dude. That guy's got pictures, man. He's got video of somebody at NBC. Because not only you got Collinsworth, and you got his kid down there, too, and he looks like a mini-me with that, you know, just he's a goof. Holy cow, man.
Wow. You all right?
I'm good now. I got that, you know, get that off your chest.
This man is in his feelings. I wonder why.
Dude, and he's got Joe and Troy to go home to.
Now, see, that's quality entertainment.
Uh-huh.
Quality announcing.
Uh-huh.
That is. And typically, hey, I'm a big fan of Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. I just think that the slobbering all over Micah Parsons yesterday was a bit much. That's all.
It's because you hate Micah Parsons.
No,
you hate Micah Parsons.
What? Okay.
I mean,
it's a sports hate, all right?
I mean, you know, every time you talk about Micah Parsons, it's like Aaron Rodgers saying he's a bum.
Yeah.
And Micah Parsons is not a bum.
I will agree with that. He's not a bum. I'm just not sure that he's the end-all, be-all that everybody's trying to make him be. Give me a career, and then we'll see.
All right,
it's
so then what
4 years. Give me a career.
It happens during the career. You get compared to great players in the middle of your career. That's the bar for Micah Parsons.
It's the bar for Micah Parsons. Well, we're already putting him in the Hall of Fame. So get ready for that.
He's on pace.
We got NFL
like
football coming up. Chicago and Minnesota coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio. With smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker, the Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we